Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Citizen Era, the platform where we speak truth to power. Good morning. I hope I find you well. Morning, all. This is of immense importance. I'm really grateful to have you with us. Please do share, tap, and share the broadcast as you're coming along. Tap and share the broadcast. Help us reach more people. We need to grow the platform. We need your support. Um, we need to talk about things. This is going to be discussion about constitution, and it is important that all of us understand that the constitution is very important in our lives, and it plays a critical role. And we need this information spread across the whole of Africa. The whole of Africa needs this information. I'm going to be contacting more people. I haven't. There are some people I want to contact, and I will be telling them more about as we're doing this. Um, I've got a lot of information that I'm trying to put across. So welcome on board. Please do share. Don't forget to tap the screen. Tap, share to 10, and tap, and follow us on the platform. We need your support. We need and appreciate your support. We are streaming this on YouTube also. So we're going to talk about things from a wider perspective also on YouTube. We'll go and look at certain sections, and I will quote certain sections of the Constitution as we go along. It's very, very important. So please do share. Welcome on board. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please help us reach more people. Tap the screen. Show some love. We welcome gifts. We welcome your support. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Sorry about that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. Yeah, welcome on board. Welcome on board. You are watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let us hear from you. Yeah, it is Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. So far, I am still waiting for the reply from TikTok, but TikTok have not given me any clear indication as of yet. But we will wait and see what they do. Um, it's very, very important that we cover topics like this. We are trying to raise the level of awareness about the need for all Africans to know their constitution. Currently, the constitution in Africa is written mostly in French or in English. The constitution across the whole of Africa is written in two languages, foreign languages, mostly in English and in French. You might have the Spanish or the Portuguese, but they are all, many of the countries that I have known of, they've all been written, they have their constitution written by the colonial language. That must change. What we are trying to do is to encourage people to translate the constitution into their local languages, and I will explain why shortly to you. Um, the reason why we say that it must be translated into our local languages is that our people do not understand. People in the villages and the small villages and hamlets, they don't know they don't know English or French. So when they tell them that's the law, they just accept that's what it is. They don't know what it means, and that means that they are not able to stand up for their rights in their community. They have been disempowered by those languages. Our people have been disempowered. Good morning, Vanna. Good morning. Welcome on board. So let's bring you on, and I'll be bringing on Marley and others as well. Lady J, if you do join, let me throw Vanna an invite, and I might make you easy as well. Um, you're gonna see the topic. I'm gonna talk about the topic behind me. So this is the topic that you see behind me. There is no provision anywhere in the Constitution for pilgrimages to Mecca or Jerusalem. There is no provision. You see there. Morning, Werner. Welcome on board. Welcome. So, morning. Good morning. Greetings. And so, no, it's not even morning. Greetings. Sorry. I hate it. Greetings. Greetings. So, it's very important we use the right word because we are not morning. We are rising. Grand rising. Yes. So, I'm going to invite uh, uh, my sister as well, Linda. Morning. Sorry. Greetings, Linda. Greetings, Vaname. So I'm gonna do something straight away. I am gonna make you, what's the word? uh, um, what's the word about it? Mods. So we're gonna do that now. I'm trying to get into it. Give me a minute. So hopefully we'll get there. So Linda, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, good morning, good morning. I'm just trying to make sure I made, because what we'll do, we want moderators on here to help us watch what is going on. So we're gonna make you a moderator. I'm just trying to find the link that will allow me to do it. So let me see. Can I do that way? Go. Is it this way I do it? Moderator? No. I had it yesterday. So what's happened now? I cannot find it. For some reason, I cannot find to add you on there. Let me see, Linda. I'll do this as well. 1 second, guys. We're just trying to, before we start talking about this, because we need this information to reach as many people as possible. Um, very, very important information we have here, and we need people to really key in on it. Uh, the Constitution is the way forward for us collectively in the whole of Africa. Um, the languages that they've used to teach or to confuse us and bamboozle us, we need to break it down for our people to be able to participate in that process. So just bear with me. How did I get in there yesterday? I saw it yesterday. Linda, can you talk me through how to make your mod again? I've forgotten how to do it now.
You can hold on the name.
Sorry?
Do you press and hold like on the picture?
Okay. Okay. Yes, 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 yes.
Do
That's
you want
it.
any mods?
That's it. I'm gonna make you a mod. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm hoping I can do that. Let me see. I think I've got it. Yeah, you should be there. 1 second. Just give me a minute, guys. We're just trying to set everything up before we get going. So I'm trying to make you a mod. No, 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 no. That's not it. Ah, I don't know. I did it yesterday and I cannot find it now
Do you
for some
press
reason.
and hold?
I think so, but I'm gonna try and do that again. So I'm gonna try there. I'm gonna try and see if I can do this one way. Just give me a minute, please. No, not unfollow. No. Uh, there was something I did yesterday and I cannot remember. Does anybody know how we can make people mods again here? I did it yesterday and I thought, okay, got it. But I will make sure I set it up. 1 minute, I might be able to do this one way. Yeah, got it, got it, got it, got it. Don't worry, got it, got it. Okay, got it, don't worry. So, Miss Lady J, you will be moderating and I will also bring um, Verna as well, the two of you. So, I'm going to add you. I'm adding you now as a moderator, Miss Lady J. Verna May, I'll add you as well. So, I add the two of you just in case so that if we need to go, if I need to do something, you guys can take over. So, right, so we got 2 months done. Thank you very much for that. So now we are going to progress with the broadcast. As we are discussing, please do share this broadcast. It's really important. We need your support. Tap, tap, tap the screen, share, follow, like. We've got some sections where it talks about the Cash App on the top. You may not be able to see it clearly, but I've put the links for the Oduduwa Team Radio and the Cash App at the top. If it's not too clear, but it's there, I'm going to try and post it again in separate parts of the broadcast. So, in fact, give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Just hold on whilst you guys are there. 1 second. So, let me just go and get that here. Citizen AY. Okay, so we're gonna get this allow. Okay, so select that one up to here. Okay, 1 minute. We'll be there. We'll be there.
So it is 528.
That's correct.
Welcome back.
So, so back. I'm back
What
now.
time is it where you are, Vernon?
Right now it's around about quarter to 11 in the UK. So, Vanna, what time is it your end? Vanna, can you hear me? Vanna May. Ooh, can you hear me?
Said it's 11:02.
Okay. Okay, it's 11 to. Okay. And you say and your end, Linda, what time is it your end?
It's 5:42 a.m.
Wow. You are up early. I'm real sorry about this. Okay. No, wow.
Very early.
I'm real so I feel real bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do this. But I'm glad that you joined us. And I'm really glad. I'm real glad that you joined us.
With my status,
Yes.
I may take a nap at noon.
Of course, of course, of course. Now,
Sister, yesterday you said something. We're getting ready to go off. You said something so powerful. You said send me your address where I can send a donation or something like that, to that effect. You said
yeah.
that is so good because that's the way we have to do it. All the talking, all the talking. We have to put our money where our mouth is.
Mhm. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Makes sense. So,
When you have a timeline on things and it's not immediate, then you have an opportunity to set up cash apps, to simply ask for donations. I don't consider that begging because they do that here in the U.S. all the time.
yeah,
Even when I go to the grocery store,
yeah.
when they bring up my groceries, they ask me,
Mhm.
do I want to make a
Donation.
donation
It's true.
to the
It's
Feed
true.
the Hungry?
Mm,
So they
it's
have
true.
a table set up. It's
Mhm.
got dry goods on it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
even when you're leaving, if you didn't leave money and you want to leave a food item there,
Yeah.
you can.
Indeed, indeed. Very good. Welcome, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Now, we are going to start the show today. On this platform, our drive, along with my co presenters here and mods, Linda and Vaname, we are working solely on raising the awareness about the need for us as Africans to know the constitution in our local languages. So if you're in Zimbabwe, for example, you need to know the constitution not in English. You need to translate it to your local language so that your people can participate in the process. If you are in Gambia, we need you to know translate the constitution into your local language so that your people can participate in the in your governance. That is what has been lacking across the whole of Africa. And I firmly believe that we need to put our collective effort into translating the constitution, setting up, getting people, appointing stakeholders from within each of those communities to begin to go around and enlighten our people. That is the drive that we're on. We've already begun. We need your support. How can you support us? Give us gifts whilst you're watching. Support us by gifts. Support us via the cash app that I put on there. Push cash app, PayPal. Give us donations. You can even write on it if you want it specific. Say, okay, coming from this country, I want donations to be put towards translating constitution in my area. If you want to be that specific, or if you are thinking of the whole project because we are thinking of the whole of Africa, that's okay too. What we are looking for, we've begun this process. We need to go forward. We haven't got time to be wasting talking anymore. We need to take collective action. And also, you can also help by joining and spreading the message. We need you to spread this message. The best thing you can do for us, those of you watching us and on YouTube as well, spread this message. Simple message. Translate the constitution that is in English and in French across the entire African continent. All of those constitutions must be translated into local languages so that it will enable our people in the villages and in the towns and the suburbs and little hamlets to be able to hold their governance to account. That is what has been lacking for so long. So let us begin. Please do join us, share. Now, in to be able to explain this as a perfect example, we're going to use Nigeria, where I come from. I'm from Yoruba land, but Yoruba land is being part of the what is called Nigeria. Nigeria is just a name of a geographical location. Nigeria has no meaning. If you say what does Nigeria mean, Nigeria as a name doesn't mean anything. But when you tell me, if you ask me what does Oyo Empire mean, It talks to me. I can tell you that is the kingdom of my ancestors, where they actually developed our culture, our way of life, our food, everything about us. The clothes I'm wearing, that is Oyo Empire. I can tell you about that because it is real. Now, what they've done with bringing us as Nigeria is to they've gone in and colonized and carved us out. Now, what they've done also in terms of when they created Nigeria is that they have actually cut off the Oyo Empire kingdom. So the Oyo Empire extends to what they now call Benin. Oyo Empire extends to what is now Benin. It used to be known as Dahomey. Oyo Empire extends to a place called Ketu in Republic of Benin right now. It extends to Togo. It extends to even Ghana. So we have to be very, very clear about our own history. We need to know who we are. So this is the journey of reconnecting to our ancestors and to our own land and our culture. You see, our language is so powerful. The language that we speak across Africa must be revived and it must be allowed to flourish. And that is why we must translate anything we do on the African continent must be done. Must be done. Good morning, Yaz. Yeah, I'm going to send you an invite as well, guests. Anything we do on the African continent must be done in our local languages. Morning, Yaz. Welcome on board. So let me invite Verna May as well.
Thank you.
Morning. Morning. So welcome on board. So we are here again talking about the Constitution. What we are saying thus far is it's very important for us all to let our people know the Constitution in the local languages. So we're doing a program about that. I'll give you a perfect example now. Now we're going to go to this topic that we're doing this morning. So let's go into it. Let's crack on. Now, if you look, I lean backwards. I want you to see there is no provision anywhere in the Constitution for pilgrimages to Mecca or Jerusalem. This is why it is important. There is no in the Nigerian Constitution. There is no provision anywhere. There is no provision that says, "Oh, we will provide for funds for you to go to Mecca or to Jerusalem." There is simply nothing in the Constitution of Nigeria. This is why we are saying it is important to learn that Constitution. Now that the government has put 90 billion naira towards the cost of to go to Hajj, it is against the Constitution. They are planning to put another 40 billion towards the cost of going to Jerusalem. People are hungry at home. People are starving at home. That money should be used to provide infrastructure so the people can feed themselves. So let me read to you what I'm talking about. This is very, very important. This is why the translation of the Constitution into our local languages is so important. Because that way, they open the book. Okay, exactly. Okay, your money is caught. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've not seen that. Tell me more. I'll bring you in shortly. So let me read to you section 10 of the Nigerian Constitution so that you begin to understand why this is important. I'll read section 10 and section 16, I believe it is. Let's have a look. www. So whilst those of you who are on YouTube, you're able to see this, but those of you on TikTok, I will read it out to you. Do let me know if I'm going too fast, but I will go over it again. And we are going to repeat this over and over. The object of this, obviously, is to encourage us all to start seeking out the Constitution in any part of Africa. And the first thing we must do is to begin to translate it into our local languages. It is of immense importance. I am calling on you to please help us do that and help us grow the platform. Please continue to follow us. Continue to give us love and like. Hit the love and like button. Help us to share the broadcast. And of course, we welcome gifts from yourselves to help us in the project. We need help in translating the Constitution across to many languages and also to be able to get people, stakeholders, to be able to share, to explain it to people in their language so they can be confident enough to begin to hold their governors to account. It is really important. Vanna May, I do hope you come back in. I sent you the link, but I think you've dropped off. I want to see, hope you get back in. So now let's quickly go into the Constitution. Like I said, many of you who are on TikTok, you won't see it. But YouTube, if you're on YouTube, go to Backup Citizen AY Backup channel. I'm currently banned on YouTube for 5 days on the main channel. So I'm using the backup channel. But let's go ahead. So now we are going to look at section 10 of the 1999 Constitution and what it says. Now, keep in mind everything I'm saying now, because you have so many countries with constitutions from the French and the English. All the constitutions will be similar, you know. Or they want like, okay, they did. Oh, did they? Oh, oh, Scott, let me bring you in straight away. Let's hear from you, Scott. You need to come and yeah, join us. Let me invite you up. I want to hear this bit of it. If you can, I can't see you just yet. I can't see you, Scott. I can't see you. So, but anyway, throw me an invite. I'll try and throw you an invite if I can. I can't see you to throw an invite to, but I can't see. Okay, but it doesn't matter. So now, what we are doing here is to begin to get us to know those rights in our language. That way, we're empowered. We can hold the government to account. Okay, Scott, I'll accept you, but give me a second. I'll do this thing. I'm accepting you, but don't say anything just yet. I need to read section 10 of the Constitution so people know why we're doing what we're doing. So just bear with me. I'm going to just seek that out. Yeah, hello. Hello, Oga. 1 second. Oh. Yes. Baoni. Shonlo. Shewa. Adafu ono. Ashe. Odabe. Odabe. Akuku dupe. Adupe. Ashe. Now, okay, let me just quickly say this before, and I'll let you talk, Scott. Give me a minute. Section 10 of the 1999 Constitution, Nigerian Constitution, it says the government of a federation or a state shall not adopt any constitution as state religion. So that means that the religion plays no prominent part in our governance. It should play no prominent part in our governance. That's section 10 of the Constitution that I've just read to you. Now let's go and read it to you in Yoruba language so that you understand what I mean. So 1 second, let me just get this out. Scott Mumbo, for me said you can Scott Mumbo. Now let me just quickly do this, then I'll bring you in. Mumbo, for me said you can. So the drum man Scott Mumbo. Now, then Sally Sokin in fun when you are. So I want to just say it in section 10. Now, in Yoruba language, section 10 says this. Oh, let me mute that. Let me mute that. Scott, can you mute yourself for a second, please? Because I can't mute yourself for a second, Scott. If you don't mind. I can't mute you. Okay. Now, I'm going to read section 10 of the Nigerian Constitution. It says, Ìjọba ti Federation tàbí ìpínlẹ̀ kò ní gba ẹ̀sìn èyíkéyìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀sìn ìpínlẹ̀. So, that is in Yoruba. People need to understand that. I've just said that in Yoruba language. Now, when people in the villages hear that, they now know that their government is not supposed to put religion before governance in any way, shape, or form. This is why it is so important to translate the Constitution into our local languages so the people know the power they possess. So I'll stop there. Now, Scott, go ahead. Let's hear from you. Scott, you wanted to say something. Hello, Scott. Scott, can you turn me, Scott? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Carol. Yes. Now. Mumbo. Yes. Network. Okay. Okay. Network here for wàhálà. So ma jẹ́ kó ma add padà. O mo ti ma show the bomb missing because on one law the network is not good, so it's coming and going. Okay. Show on bomb. On one law ni. Okay, show the surround. Let's try now. Can you talk now? Try now. Scott, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I can hear you now. But oh yeah, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. So what would you like to say? Go ahead. Go ahead. Yes. I'm sorry, I can't hear you very well, Scott. Can you go and come back in? It's breaking up. Go out and come back in. Go out and come back in. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll mute him. I'll mute him for now. Okay, okay. So now, so while Scott is coming back, we are gonna go and sort. Let me just sort. I'm having problems muting people today. What's going on? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Can you all hear me? Linda, can you hear me? Linda, can you hear me? Let me see. No,
Yeah, we
you hear me?
hear
Okay,
you.
okay, good. All right. Okay. Let me
Yes,
once.
can.
Give me
I
one
can
second.
hear you fine.
Give me 1 second. Let me just check something here. I want to just quickly. Um,
Yes.
I'll quickly do something here. Switch that off. I'll try this and see what happens.
You are frozen. Verna, where did you go to share?
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm back now. Hello, can you hear me? Linda, can you hear me?
Verna apparently thinks she has to go to share.
No.
Your network is not the best. You're freezing.
Yeah, can you hear me now? No, I had to come out. Is it back now? Can you hear me now? Is it stable now? Can you hear me? Oh, Vanna's back. Okay, I'm gonna accept Vanna, and I accept Yaz. I don't know what happened. Everything went, but thankfully you're still holding the fort. So, Yaz, I'm gonna bring back Yaz. So, yeah, that's better. That sounds better. Can you hear me now? Hello, Linda. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
I heard you the entire time, but the live is paused, so we're looking at the coffee cup.
Oh, can you hear? But I'm moving around. Can't you see me move? Can you see me moving around now?
No, no, we see the coffee cup and it says live paused.
Oh, no, 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 no. Let me do this. Let me do this. Okay, pause live and then unpause it. I'm gonna unpause it. Oh, something is going on. What is going on here? Oh boy, I don't like the
The
sound of
live
this.
is paused.
Oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna go and come back. I don't know what's happened here. Something has happened because it's not paused. I'm talking to you. I've not done anything here. Okay. I
So
can't.
your network, you were freezing a bit.
Mm. Okay. Can you see me move around? Am I? Is it? As it unfrozen now?
No, we can't see you.
Jeez. And I'm right here. I'm right here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go straight off and come back in. Just everybody, I'll come off and come back in. I'm hoping this will work. Um, let
Okay,
let me. I'll
we're
be
gonna
back.
restart.
Yeah, restart. I'll restart it. I'm gonna restart. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll be back in a second. And now, are you sure this is gonna be? Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Yes. Okay. Don't worry. We will do it. Okay. Okay. Now, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you all see me now. I hope you can see me. I don't know what happened there. The link just went. So I hope you all see me now. I had to just sort of break out and come back in. So let me as soon as you come in, I'll make you host, and we can do things again. We're carrying on from where we left before. It is very important we carry on with this work. The network seems to have been giving me problems, so I'm hoping that by doing this now we will have stabilized it. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Just come back in. So come back in. Verna May, good, perfect. Let me invite you, and I'll make your. Uh, um, I'm gonna invite you. Invite Verna May. Let me see, Verna May. Where is she? I've seen your picture. So we'll send it all again. I'm gonna do that. So thank you very much. Thank you for coming back in. Thank you all. We're just sending out the link again in case people want to see it, because it's very important the work we're doing to raise awareness. It seems as though the picture froze. So I'm hoping that that stopped now. So Verna May and Miss Lady LJ, I'm hoping she'll be back in again. Then I can bring her on as well. So Verna May, I'll make you a moderator straight away. I think I need to find something to do with this. I hope you can see me. Yeah, you can. Okay, I'm going to make you a moderator. Okay. Yes, I'm going to invite and Miss Lady, if she comes back in, I'm hoping. So I'm here now. We're talking about the Constitution, and the topic is this: there is no provision anywhere in the Constitution for pilgrimages to Mecca or Jerusalem. There is none of that in the Constitution. And the reason why you need to know that is because the government of the day in Nigeria, they are providing funds for pilgrimages. It is not in the Constitution. Now we're gonna go to section 16. What the government should provide. Ooh, give me 1 sec, please. Give me 1 sec. 1 second, please. Gotta take this. 1 second. 1 second. Let me just mute it. Sorry. Yeah. Hello. So, yeah. 1 second. Give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. Go. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I'm just gonna take something. 1 second. 1 second, please. Um. Okay. Okay. We're back now. 1 second. Uh. Sorry. Okay. We're back now. Thank you very much. So yes, I'm hoping that this settles down somewhat. We're working on it. Um. What I'm trying to do is okay, Miss Lady J as well. I'll bring you back on. So we're gonna do moderator. I'm gonna make you a moderator as well. So we will add you guys. Then we can continue. I do apologize for the link being good down. I don't know what happened, but we'll fix it anyway. We'll fix it. So we're working on that, and hopefully that will get it done in a minute. So comment settings, moderators, man. No, yeah, yeah, that's it. Okay, so you are both on as moderators. Perfect. Now, welcome back. Welcome back. To Vimbe, welcome. I appreciate you. Please do share. Again, like we were saying, it is very important for every part of Africa to begin to translate the constitution in the so-called countries, that the colonials created on the African continent. The constitution that they wrote the constitution in the foreign language, in English and in French. Now our people have their own languages. The constitution was not written in those languages. They are written in the language of the colonials. Our people in our communities do not know those laws, so they cannot hold the government to account. So what we are simply trying to say is this: translate the constitution in every part of Africa into your local language. Once you translate it, and then you can begin to now know your rights and begin to exercise it and hold those in government to account. This has got to happen right across the whole of Africa. The whole of Africa. And that's what we're saying. Because it is not right to have your constitution written in a language that is not your mother tongue. You will not understand it. And that is why people are doing things and not being able to hold their government to account. So, a very good example now, the Nigerian government. In fact, I've been given a number or something. Let me just read that up. The Nigerian government is going to be given, let me just read this out. They are giving something like 4.6 million naira per pilgrim. 4.6 million naira per pilgrim to go to the Mecca. And I think it's 4 points. Yeah. So, let me see. Yeah. Okay. So, listen to this. And this is why it's important for us to know that constitution, to translate it to our local language so our people know. Please tap and share as you're going on. This is really important. We appreciate gifts. We welcome your support. please, I'm gonna give you. I'll see if I can go and get the cash app up again. I'll put it in the comment section. We welcome your support in that way. So you'll be seeing the cash app coming up. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. Okay.
It's very important to put the Cash App up because I'm sharing and telling people to go on Cash App or PayPal.
Copy.
So they have to be up.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's why I'm doing that now. So that's why I'm putting it up. Thank you very much. So I'm doing that right now. Paste. So there you go. So that's the Cash App and the PayPal on there. I'm going to try and see if I can pin it up. I'll see if I can pin it up as well. I can't pin it up just yet. Thank you very much. No, I can't. It won't let me pin it up for some reason. I don't know why. I should be able to pin it, but it's not letting me pin up. But okay, that's fine. Vaname, thank you very much for the flowers as well. And also, please, you can also subscribe to us on the platform here as well as on YouTube. You can subscribe. And Vaname, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that as well. Now, what we were saying, the Nigerian government, the constitution does not allow for the government to actually pay for pilgrimages to Jerusalem or Mecca. It is not in our constitution. But because people don't know this in their language, they cannot question the government. This is why it is important that we have the constitution in the local languages so that the people will know what's within the constitution and they can call the government up and question them. No, why are you doing that? It is not in our constitution. As a sovereign, you have that right. Remember, you are a sovereign. From young to old, every single person within each of those countries is a sovereign, and you have a right to hold your governance to account. That is why your participation in the process is critical. When you don't participate, you are exploited. Let me say that again. When you don't participate in your governance, you are exploited. And that is what we have to stop. So we need people to join us when we say, please join us and begin to actually take part and explain this and share the broadcast and help to reach more people and join in this cause to raise the level of awareness about our rights. It is that important. It is extremely important right across the whole of Africa. So you will hear me talk about that from the Nigeria perspective because that's what I know. I know about Nigeria. I know the constitution, but my people don't know it. I was talking to a friend yesterday who is in Nigeria. He's from Edo State. In fact, Spice might be on here. And he said, I asked him, do you know the constitution? He's very, very techie. He knows about the computer. He knows about TikTok. He knows about, how to use social media. But he doesn't know the constitution. Now, he's going to be partnering with us to translate the constitution into Edo language so that the Edo people can know their rights in their language. That is exactly what we need to do. We're not making this complicated. We are doing this nice and simple. And we want us all to join. Thank you very much, Vaname. I really appreciate that. I'm going to be putting you will see in the comment section my the PayPal will be coming up ever so often because I think that's the best thing I can do. So you can, if you want to donate there, you're very welcome. It is very important what we're saying. The reason why I'm bringing this up, in the Nigerian Constitution, Section 10 states that no religion shall be adopted as state religion. That's what Section 10 of the Nigerian Constitution states. No religion shall be adopted as state religion. The government of the federation or a state shall not adopt any religion as state religion. That's what it states. Now, in Yoruba language, to show you exactly what I mean. So those of you who may be in Ghana and wondering what am I talking about, I've said it in English now. I'm saying it in the local language with the people in Yoruba language understand. And it says this, Section 10. Ìjọba ti federation tàbí ìpínlẹ̀ kò ní gba ẹ̀sìn èyíkéyìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀sìn ìpínlẹ̀. So it's the same thing that has been said, but the local people will understand that. The market women, if the market women understood that what the government is doing is wrong, the market women, they will call them to the meeting. This is why town hall meetings is so important. We need regular, monthly town hall meetings to engage with our governance because we are the sovereigns. Section 10, I go back again to that. Section 10 of the Nigerian Constitution states, Section 14(2)(a) of the Nigerian Constitution states that we're sovereign. And it goes like this. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution that you see behind me, derives all its powers and authority. That means that you are a sovereign. That means that you have the power to hold the government to account. So that's 14(2)(a). And in Yoruba, ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tí ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. It's the same thing, but I've said it in local language. Now, once the people in the local in Yoruba land hear that, they get a clear understanding in their own mother tongue, the laws and the powers they possess. And that is very important. Many people are often driven to go to all these religions because they believe that they are powerless. There is nothing wrong with following religion freely. But when you are being restricted and being told the only way to solve your problem is a religion, that is a problem. That is the problem. That is the problem. So this is why the knowledge of the constitution in our local languages is crucial to making any change, any lasting change on the continent of Africa, right across the whole of Africa. I firmly believe that. Now, so like I was saying, I talked about the 14(2)(a) as a sovereign. Now, how do you use that power? How do you use section 14(2)(a), the power that you have as a sovereign? That question is answered in the Nigerian Constitution in section 14(2)(c), which states the participation by the people in their government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. So that means now that you participate. Now, how do you participate? What does that mean, to participate? To participate means you take part in something. You are now part of something. So now that you have a government, it means you need to participate in that government. Your role is to be the sovereign, to monitor them. Now, how do you actually monitor them? You call them to town hall meetings and you ask them questions. It is your right. In fact, your role is central. You are the last line of defense for your community, because when you all come together and you question the government, you are keeping the government in line. You are monitoring the action of the government by questioning them. The budget was supposed to be this amount. How much was it? How much was given? To whom was it given? What's the balance? Who are the contractors? You have the right as a sovereign to ask that question from one community to the next. This is why we say we want the constitution in local languages. So when I say you have the right to do that, I'm going to say it now in Yoruba, the section 14(2)(c) in Yoruba. Ìkópa àwọn ènìyàn nínú ìjọba wọn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú àwọn òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. I'll say that again one more time. 14(2)(c), abala kẹrìnlá ẹsẹ̀ kejì sí ó lọ báyìí. Ìkópa àwọn ènìyàn nínú ìjọba wọn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú àwọn òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. So what I said to you moments before in English is what I've now said in Yoruba language. Now, I want more people to join me from Igbo land, from Hausa land, from Ghana, from Gambia, from Sierra Leone, from all over Africa, and translate the constitution. And then we begin to share it in the communities. We look for stakeholders that will be doing this in the communities. Now, that would mean we require funds, because this is what Vaname is telling us. And that's why we put the cash app up. Because what we want to do is to have a team of people right across the whole African continent. Their role will be to encourage people to know the constitution in their language, to go around and share that knowledge, and encourage them to study the key aspects of their constitution that will empower them to be able to take control of their governance in their own community. They can run themselves. They won't have to be waiting for somebody to come and help. Oh, please come and help me. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't forget, the reason why we are saying this, Africa is the richest planet and richest continent on earth. The resources of the earth, majority of it is on the African continent. In Nigeria, for example, just Nigeria alone, Nigeria has over 40 mineral resources. Over 40. And this is why we have, for if we do not know our rights as sovereign, we will not be able to be monitoring our government across the whole of Africa and telling them, no, 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 you can't do that because it is not in the constitution. This is why it is important. Yes, section 10. Thank you. I'm going to quote that. Thank you very much. I'm going to say that section 10 again for everybody. In the Nigerian constitution, section 10 states that no religion shall be adopted as state religion. And to be precise, I will say the exact words from the constitution. Section 10 says the government of the federation or of a state shall not adopt any religion as state religion. That's what it states in the constitution. And that means, you see, there is no provision anywhere in the constitution for pilgrimages to Mecca or Jerusalem. It is not the business of the government to provide, make provisions for any of those things because it's not in the constitution. It isn't there. And we should question them. But because we don't know the constitution, we can't question it. We are not questioning it. This is very important for us to understand. Now, let's go to the Yoruba version of that because I always want to make it clear. When people live here, I want you to have a clear sense of why we're doing what we're doing. So at any point, you can explain this in your own language, in simplest terms, to people why it is so important for us to know the constitution in our local languages because of this very example that you see on the screen. Now, section 10 in Yoruba, ìjọba ti federation tàbí ìpínlẹ̀ kò ní gba ẹ̀sìn èyíkéyìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀sìn ìpínlẹ̀. It's the same meaning of the section 10 in English, but it's in a language that the local people understand. Now, once they have that knowledge, combined with the fact that the knowledge of that they're sovereigns and they can hold their government to account, they can call town hall meetings. They will write letters to the following people. They will write letters to the local government chairman, the state house of assembly members, the house of reps, the senators, and the governors. All 5 of them, call them to a town hall meeting and they sit them down and they will read section 14.2a to them in Yoruba language. In Yoruba land, for example, they will say, ẹ káàbọ̀, ẹ kú jókòó, ká tó bẹ̀rẹ̀, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ pa mọ̀ ẹ̀tọ́ wa o. Àwa aráàlú, àwa bí ní ìbéèrè. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ ìdí tí a ṣe ní ẹ̀tọ́ láti bí yín. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tí ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. Now, I've just said the section 10 in Yoruba language to the community. Imagine me being in front of the community. When people, a representative or a group of them stands up and they read that to the following people, the people I said before, local government chairman, state house of assembly member, house of reps, senators, governors, while seated, they need to have the clear understanding that the people know their rights and they are not going to be cheated or prevented from exercising those rights to hold them to account. And more importantly, all of the officials I mentioned, all of the politicians I mentioned, they are accountable to the people. This is why we need this across the whole of Africa. This is what we need to do. And once we start doing this, it empowers us to now say, okay, senator in Nigeria now, senators are given money. They were given, from what I understand, some senators got 200 million naira for constituency projects. Some of them got 500 million naira. With the power we possess now, that I'm explaining in the local language, the community that wants to know exactly how much they got has the power as a sovereign to write a letter to the senator requesting they come to the community to explain exactly how much he got. I'll go back to section 10 again to get exactly how much he got um, for the constituency projects. And what constituency projects are they? Who are the contractors? How much has been spent? And what is the balance? So they can ask all these questions. It is really important, this piece of information. So it applies not only to Nigeria, for the whole of the African continent. Anywhere in Africa where you have the foreign constitution, the foreign language constitution, either be it French or English, we must break it down in our local languages. And it is our collective responsibility. It is our collective responsibility. We are a extended family continent. We believe in big family. We believe in working together. This is what we are doing. We are doing what our ancestors did. We come together as a community and we solve our problems. Part of the solving the problem is knowing the constitution in our sugar. Bring it back. Sorry, it's all on here. So annoying, so annoying, so annoying. The heat is just conked out. Oh man. Yeah, resume. Yeah, okay. So we're back again. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're back again. So we're back. So we're back. Thank you very much for that. We're back. The line,
Suppresses the line.
yeah, yeah, but that's fine. That's okay. We're back. We're back. It's okay. Don't worry. We're back. Nothing's gonna bring us take it away. We're gonna be back. We're back now. So thank you very much for that. I understand. But don't worry. We continue doing what we're doing. Um, yeah. So like I was talking about, we are doing the work we need to do now is to raise the awareness about the need for our constitution. And I wanted to put. I'll see if I can put the picture up because I want people to connect with the um, with the words on the constitution so that we can connect what we're saying to that. I'm hoping I can bring that picture back.
Yes, section 10.
Yeah, section 10. I'm gonna.
Section 10
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that back.
talks about the lack of religion being important because a lot of people, I heard them talking about it,
Hmm.
and when they go to vote, they're voting based on religion.
That's correct.
As if they have no desire for the candidates to do anything
Exactly.
for the people.
That's
They
correct.
don't ask them to fix the roads. They don't ask, can you create a job? They don't ask, because if your president owns a generator company,
Yeah.
is he buying the generators fully made?
Exactly.
Can he make a plant to produce the generators and
Very good
hire
point.
local people to make them? Do something other than your religion.
Hmm.
Tell everybody what your religion is,
Hmm.
because that's not really a part of.
Thank you. This is so important. So in fact, I'm so glad. You being a bystander in a way. Um, Understanding, of course, we know how the constitution runs in the U.S. It's very different from how it's run on the African continent. You can see that now, and you are in a place where things work. What we're trying to do is to get Africa to be at that place where people can question things. Yeah, we still know there are problems in the U.S. and we're not going to go into that one. But the essential point is what you just said there. The people should be more interested in what the people are doing and what those in government are doing on behalf of them, rather than worry about what religion they are, or because they're their religion bring them in, and they fail to now hold them to account on the basis of what they're supposed to do within the constitution, which is to ensure that you have good roads, water, light, schools, bridges. Section 16, that leads me on to that. Section 16 of the Nigerian Constitution goes on to say, I'm going to read a particular section in it. Is it 16? Um, I'll read section 16C to you, and it talks about, let me see, yeah. Section 16.2C, 2D, section 16.2D states, and I quote, it states that the state shall direct its policy towards ensuring that suitable and adequate shelter, suitable and adequate food, reasonable minimum living wage, old age care, and pensions and unemployment, sick benefits, and welfare of the disabled are provided for all citizens. I want us all to think about that. This
So
is
has
in
the
the
government
Constitution.
actually set up anything towards that goal? Now, I understand that um, this mixed democracy thing that they're trying to do, they're pretty young at it. They haven't been that long, so we expect that there are going to be some
Teething
growth.
problems. We understand that. Yes, that's understandable. Yes.
But they need to see something. So after a few presidents, you need to see some kind of improvement that actually trickles down to the common person. So because of my status, um, health care and my occupation,
That's it.
health care, care for the elderly and disabled, some kind of provisions for emergency situations. Say
Yeah,
there's a terrible car accident, pile up or something,
that's correct.
and people won't really have a way to get to
Yeah.
a medical facility, or nobody right there on the scene that can provide some temporary assistance until they can get to. But you have schools, universities, colleges with people in there learning things,
Mm-hmm.
and at the rate it's going because there's nothing available there. I don't blame them when they get out for wanting to go somewhere
Mm-hmm.
where they can use their skills
That's
and
it.
get paid.
That's it. That's it. So these are really important points that you raised there. But the fact of the matter is that because the people don't know what I just said, because they don't even know the constitution, they cannot ask these questions. Because it's written in English, they will not understand a single word of what I just said. But if it was in a language, so let's go and look at section 16.2c in Yoruba language, and I'm going to read it live because I want people to really get a clear feeling of what I'm talking about here, so you understand and you can connect to it. So when you go out and talk about it, you can talk to people about it from that perspective.
And you're going to read it nice and slow
That's
and
correct.
calm.
Yes, yes, I will. And thanks for reminding me. Um, Now it says here, I'm going to read it in Yoruba, then I'll read the English section part so that it makes sense to people as well. But the idea is to get others across the continent to also be keen to translate that section in their language for the community, so the community knows that they can hold their government to account. Okay, so it goes like this: 16.2c, apá kẹrìndínlógún ẹsẹ̀ kejì. Ìjọba yóò ṣe ìtọ́sọ́nà ètò ìmúlò rẹ̀ sí ìdánilójú ibi ààbò tí ó dára àti tí ó péye, oúnjẹ tí ó dára àti tí ó péye, ìgbésí ayé tí ó kéré jùlọ ti orílẹ̀-èdè owó oṣù, ìtọ́jú àgbàlagbà àti owó ìfẹ̀yìntì àti aláìníṣẹ́, àwọn àǹfààní àìsàn àti ìrànlọ́wọ́ tí àwọn aláàbò pèsè fún gbogbo ìlú. So I'm going to read that to you now. That's 16.2c in Yoruba language. So that those of you, when we're talking about translating to your language, you can get a sense of, you imagine those words in your own language, in your community. The people would understand in their language the powers they possess as sovereigns, and what the government is meant to do for them. Now they can ask the right questions. Now let's go and read that back again in English. So 16.2c in English goes like this: the state shall direct its policy towards ensuring that suitable and adequate shelter, suitable and adequate food, reasonable national minimum living wage, and old age care and pensions, and unemployment, sick benefits, and welfare of the disabled are provided for all citizens. There is nowhere in the Constitution where it mentions that the government should provide money for pilgrimage. But because we don't know the Constitution in our local language, we are not questioning them. I'm only talking about facts now. I'm not talking about angry. I'm not talking about, you see, I'm not losing my temper. We are just trying to enlighten so that we can get our people to understand that our role is to, yeah, they use religious beliefs for money. Exactly, Scott, you're right. So we do not, exactly, they try and blind the people. And the people not knowing their rights in the local language, they will accept whatever they're told. So having that constitution in our local language is essential. It is a game changer. It literally is a game changer. And we have already started this journey. Let me make sure I pin the link again. Sorry about that if it went off. Comment.
So
here.
while you're doing that,
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to talk about how people
Thank you.
frequently have this pride and saying things about begging, but it is written in your constitution
Yeah.
that the government should be providing some type of social program
Yeah.
for the elderly,
That's it.
the disabled.
Indeed.
They should be working towards creating jobs, setting a minimum wage so people are not working for $1 or $1.50 a day.
Indeed.
It's part of the responsibility
Mm-hmm.
of the government to do that.
Yes, it is. This is so important, and I'm so glad that you're mentioning that.
That's why when people get too old to go to work and there is nothing for them, they must depend on their families, but there is no minimum wage. I've heard people saying that they work for $1 or $1.50 a
Yep.
day.
Yep.
So the government is responsible for these business owners paying people a decent salary.
Exactly.
So they can be able to provide for themselves.
Yeah.
And possibly assist.
Yes.
With the elderly and disabled.
Indeed. 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 So this is exactly.
Very important.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Vanna. Go ahead. Let's say for me.
The part about the land cannot be sold is also very important.
Yes, it is. As a sovereign, the government has to consult you on everything they're doing.
The section that says the land cannot be sold from a sovereign.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah.
All the things you're saying are so important.
Yes.
Everything that they're doing, and I repeat this, everything they're doing to us that is in a negative way is against the Constitution.
Yeah, it is. Very much.
How we have to stop this.
Very much so. And this is why we're bringing awareness to this. Scott, welcome back, and let's hear from you. Yeah, Scott. Hello, Scott. Can you hear me, Scott? I think you've muted yourself. Let me.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yes.
Okay. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. One lady I spoke to today. She's from a Ketty.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Now she says she can only afford to even from day to day pandaya, me, water, and that's it.
You see?
She went to the local people. Do you know what they said to her?
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do.
You see?
Nothing they can provide. Imagine.
Yeah.
Suffering.
It is.
They got money to splash for the religious belief or this or that, but they haven't got money for women. Like you said, elderly lady, 80.
Yes.
What can she do? 80.
Exactly.
You know, people are suffering.
Exactly. Indeed, and this is why we are trying to raise that awareness in the community. This has to be. Thank you very much for that interjection, Scott. It's really important to relate this to the real life on ground, because people often talk, when we talk about it, people do not relate what the government is doing to what is happening on ground. Scott just told us an old lady, she cannot afford to eat full meal. She only buys something small to survive and even to buy water. Because in the climate that we're on the African continent, you literally have to buy everything. You have to buy water. You have to buy food. You have everything is by yourself. Let me give an example. In a home, every home in many of the homes in Nigeria, for example, and indeed in many of the African countries, you provide your own borehole for water. You provide your own security. You provide your own electricity. You provide your own safety. You know everything that you would need in a society to function. You have to provide everything yourself, and still the government wants to tax you. But the government, I just read to you section 162C. There is nothing, not one of the things that are read under section 162C is being done by the government. But the reason why they are not doing it is because the people, they know they are made sure through religion to occupy the minds of the people with religion, so that the people will never confront them and ask them, no, 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 Oga, your job is actually to make sure section. Let me read that section 62C to you, and I'll take a screenshot and I'll probably share it again. They make sure that you as a citizen will never ask them about what I just said. That suitable and adequate shelter, suitable and adequate food, reasonable national minimum wage, living wage. Right now, the Nigerian government, they are refusing to pay the minimum wage that will sustain people. The price of goods, if you buy a bag of rice alone, is 50,000 naira. But the minimum wage the government wants the people to agree to is barely 52,000 naira. How can they survive? And this shows the government is not doing what it's supposed to. But because we are so occupied with the religions of Islam and Christianity and not knowing our rights, like I'm trying to advocate for right now, the people cannot participate and hold the government to account. And that is what the government is banking on. For as long as you do not ask for your rights and demand for it regularly, we don't have to act upon it. That is the stance that the government has taken. So you now see that it is really important that we begin to enlighten our people across the entire African continent, because our governments are not doing the right thing, except for the likes of Ibrahim Traore, General Chani, or Mohamed Zaini, the Prime Minister of Niger, and of course Assimi Goita of Mali. President Faye is beginning to do things along the right direction. I like that. And of course, finally, Mahamat Debi, Idris Deby of Chad. So those five, they are beginning to try. But it is even in those countries, we want people to know their rights in their language, because we have to be monitoring our government. It is our role. We have to get used to doing that. It is something that we have to train our coming generation to get used to doing every month. Every month there has to be a monthly meeting. How much came in? What have you spent? What's the balance? Who are the contractors? When are you going to, when is the completion date? Come back to us. We want to do something. We want you to talk to us about something that is lacking in our infrastructure. Why is our road not good? How much is the budget for the roads? How much have you spent? Who are the contractors? You have that right as a sovereign to question. And we are here to encourage you. Yes, go ahead.
So, people, I want to talk about the way it was before there was this so-called mixture of democracy thing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Before that time,
mm-hmm.
how was the community led? Was there like a chief, and the chief just made all major decisions?
No, 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 no. We had a council. The king had a council of elders.
There was a king.
Yes, we had kings all over Nigeria and all over Yoruba land.
Okay, so
We had kings, and then the king would then have. Let me read to you. I'm going to get you the list actually. In fact, we had.
If there
Yeah.
is a king, that person has total
No, 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 no.
control of,
Absolutely
he
not.
didn't have total control of
No,
everything.
no, no.
So the king had a council, and what part did the people play?
What happened was the king had councils, council, and the king himself. If the king didn't do well in the olden days, the people had the right to demand for him to go and take himself or to unalive himself. We call it opening the calabash. And when he does, he has to do something
Okay,
to take himself out of this if he fails to protect or provide for his people. So the king was
okay.
accountable to the people. Right now, the system is not accountable to the people. So
So if back in the day there was a king,
yes,
then they tried to change to a different type of leadership, somewhat democratic form of that mixed with whatever they got going on in England.
yes,
Um,
yes.
so they're trying this new mixture thing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but the person in charge is still practically operating like a king.
Like a
He
king,
has a
but it's
he
actually.
has a few people around him, and he has money coming in to use for the people. However, the money is only going to him and his council,
Yep, yep,
not the population.
yep.
So he's still operating pretty much like a king.
Yeah, but a king that has no that does not respect the will of the people. In the olden days, if the king didn't do well, the people will come together, and they would send the council to him that, look, we need you to go and open the calabash. Once they say that to him, he knows he has to go and unalive himself, and that's what happened. That was how powerful it was. But
Okay,
of
so
course, that's
now
been
he
that's been removed.
cannot. Now people cannot go to the president
No,
because he's heavily guarded.
there you go.
So they don't have access to him personally
There's
because
protection.
of him being so heavily guarded and
What?
always missing and leaving the country, etc., etc. So now he's still somewhat operating like a king, doing whatever he wants, but people, the common person, does not have access, direct access to him to request anything.
Yeah.
Scott, you have a lot of background noise. Could you mute, please?
Let me let me mute. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Scott. Go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah.
So, at this point, it seems because people do not know what's in the Constitution that there's been a change and things should not be going the way they used to go. And they have some rights,
Indeed.
which also means that they should be able to communicate with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he too has some different responsibilities,
Indeed.
such as the few you've listed so far,
Mm-hmm.
that he is not fulfilling.
Yeah.
He's still operating like a king and
Very.
doing for himself only because people do not have direct access to him anymore.
No. 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 In essence, you've got it in one. Actually, this is a good description of what is really going on. Um. I mean, maybe I wouldn't even call them a king now. I'll call them effectively when they say they're presidents. They are more or less dictators because they can do whatever they want and they're not held accountable. And they get away
That
with it.
was my point.
Mm.
That they have a person that is calling himself president, even
Mm.
though what you're doing is not really democracy. I don't know how parliaments and presidents work together. We don't, in this country, that's working because people should take an example from what is working
Mm-hmm.
and use the
Mm.
good parts of what is working. But
Mm.
when you mix two types of
Okay.
governments,
Yeah.
you give it the name democracy because
Mm-hmm.
it's not really democracy.
Exactly.
Democracy equals checks and balances.
You've got
But
it.
with whatever you got going on, whenever you have one
Yeah.
like a king
Yeah.
that just has a council around him to give him some advice. Bottom line is he'll do whatever he wants.
Exactly.
And then you call this person president instead of king,
Yeah.
but the president is still doing
What?
king stuff.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. So it is.
So it's not doing anything
No,
for people.
it
Yes,
isn't.
protection that people can't just walk up to him and say,
That's it.
hey, we need better roads. Hey, we need health care.
Yeah.
Hey, we need some jobs that pay a decent wage.
Hmm.
They can't walk up to him and say anything.
No.
So
No.
he has surrounded himself with protection from the people and not doing anything for the people.
People. It did. That's exactly the problem we face, and it's not just this president. It is no. It's not even about this president anymore now. It's about the system that allows for that to happen. It has now become systemic. So any president, even if there's a guy that the people are really keen to bring on board. There's a guy called Peter Obi in Nigeria, and the people believe that he will do the right thing. But the system, Peter Obi, is called.
I heard of Peter Obi. He was in before this one. So,
No. He's not. He's not in. He's not in before this one. He was in the elections, but he didn't get in. He was trying to contest, but he didn't get in.
yes, yes.
That's it. Yeah.
I watched the elections. They were terrible, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But yes, I heard people talk of him. They seem to favor him. And of course, the elections didn't go well.
Yeah.
I watched a fight break out
Yeah.
at one of the voting places. So, but today is about people knowing that this is not the old days where the king does whatever he wants to do, just give himself a different title, president. That is not what's supposed to be happening. This constitution gives people certain rights, and it also gives the president responsibilities. Responsibilities that he is not carrying out. The president slash king
That's it.
is not supposed to be up there just buying new cars and additional houses for his family. The money that he has should be going to people of the country, and the Constitution has listed some of the things he should be responsible for, and some of the things that people seem greatly deceived about is that religion. Section 10,
Yeah.
talking about not paying for a religious trip.
Indeed.
Because religion is not, so he's not a preacher.
That's
He's
it.
not a king slash president slash preacher. Preacher is somebody else's job. You can go there do that on Sunday or Saturday or whatever day you like. However, that is not the ruler of a nation of people's job. He is not your he's not the preacher.
No.
He is not the king. And he's doing poorly at being a president.
Exactly.
Because of Section 10 saying don't be spending money on religious things. The other section that talks about providing,
Yes.
making sure that there's safe and decent housing.
Yeah.
And food available.
Indeed. Indeed.
There's some provisions for the elderly and disabled.
Absolutely.
This is being taken care of.
None.
Talked about, thought about, planned out, or implemented.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people that don't know say it is well. It is not well. It is not.
This is it.
And
This
you
is
should
exactly.
expect more from your leader other than just sit up there and keep buying houses and cars and taking trips.
That's correct. That's correct. So it is. I'm so glad with this that you said this. I'm really grateful for that, and I'm hoping people can this helps to even broaden the discussion and make people understand deeper about what we're saying. Let me see if I can. Scott, you wanted to say something quickly, and then I'll move on to Spice, and then I'll bring Peace Africa, and then oh yeah, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, I'll be quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so from today, 66.27% Ghana is owned by China. Today,
So whoa. So hang on.
Nigeria
60,
is owned by China as well.
62.27% is owned by China. Ghana. Is that correct?
Yeah, because even when Rollins was in power, he couldn't even pay. When Rollins was in power, he couldn't even pay back their debt, the
Yeah.
deficit bill. Now China said instead we will take land instead of money. Imagine.
Wow. Wow.
Now
Okay.
Niger now 33%. Now they invest with Niger. Even one shopping mall. Did you hear one shopping mall? They closed down.
Yes, and I heard that. I saw that. Yes.
Chinese people only in Nigeria.
Yeah.
They shut them off.
Yes.
You can't do that. So today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well.
heard about that.
Yes.
So that's what they closed today. That's what they said. The deficit bill now is 33.2 for Niger from China.
Wow.
But today, that's why I said they're suffering.
Yeah.
They're suffering. They shouldn't let them go spoil it.
No.
You know. It's too
And
much.
thank you so much, Scott. This is why, again, we all of this information is important.
Please read the land part.
Sorry?
Please read the land.
The land part.
What it says about the land.
Yeah.
The
I,
land not being sold.
I need to. Okay. I'll check that.
Constitution.
No. It doesn't say expressly about the land, but it talks about the right of the people. For any decision to be made, has to be through the people. They have to seek the permission of the people. So I don't have anything on the land at the minute. I'll look at that again. I don't think there's anything on the land that I've seen thus far. But but the power lies with the people. Yeah, yeah. So it that's section 14 to 2A. That sovereignty is a powerful piece of information that overrides everything the government is doing, and we need our people to know that deeply. Let me quickly. Thank you very much, Scott. I'm really grateful for that information. So Nigeria is effectively China owns 33% of Nigeria now, just like UAE owns 20% of Zimbabwe. Africans, we gotta wake up. We need to wake up. We have to wake up. This is an alarm bell. We gotta wake up.
Can they say we got to get that land back?
Sorry.
Don't they have to give that land according to the Constitution? Don't they have to give that land back to us?
Well, what they what they will say is that they will give the land back once we pay back. But this is where we want the people to be aware, because once the people start participating in it, we can actually cancel all that. They'll have to make a new arrangement and actually write off many of the loans, because this is not right. The loans have not provided, the loans they took, they've not been used to service the people. But this is why we have to participate in that process. It is.
But
Yeah.
host, as a business person, if I own a bank or loan company, to make a good deal,
Yeah,
I don't loan you money that you're not capable of paying back.
that's correct.
So if you're not doing something to generate money to pay me back, then I should just deny you the loan in the first place.
That's
But
correct.
if I give it to you in good faith and turn around and see that you've done a power grid to provide electricity, and now that you have the electricity, you are still not paying me back, then sometimes loans are done with collateral.
Exactly.
You didn't have money, but you did have gold.
Mm.
You did have land.
Mm.
You did have diamonds.
Yeah.
You have something that you promised
Mm.
that if you don't pay me, I will take the valuable
Exactly.
in return.
Exactly.
So apparently they're putting up land and not paying the loan back. So they come in to take the land.
That's correct.
Now, if that continues, they will own the country.
That's correct. And that's what we're trying to raise the alarm now. That's why the people have to participate in the process, and they'll make sure that will force them to be using the funds that they meant to be using to fixing the roads, because the people will be monitoring them. Without the participation of the people, this will keep happening. So we're trying to break that cycle. Let me quickly bring in problem solving. Then I will then bring peace and spice as well.
Good
So
morning, everyone new
Mon-
on the panel. Good
yeah.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's morning here
Oh,
anyway.
yeah. Greetings. Yeah, yeah. Good day.
Greetings, right? Not morning. We are happy people. No one is dead or unalive. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes,
Great
asking
risings.
for me here
Grand
Yes.
rising.
Yeah. Grand
at
Rising.
7 a.m.
Yes. Thank you so
Hi,
much.
everybody.
Yes.
Hi, 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 everybody. Thank you.
Hi.
Sorry, I was
No,
my
thank you.
high five.
Yes.
I'm so happy to see you. You know that. Great.
I know. So I'm sorry. I was caught up in the call when the live started. So
Yeah.
I just carried on. I said, okay, I'll catch up.
Mhm.
And yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I was saying, I just want to say this real fast. I was saying to King AY,
Yes.
excuse me,
Yeah. That's fine.
I was saying that, because he have so many powerful women around him, that's why this is exploding.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
It is, of
exactly.
course.
Other people around him.
The divine feminine, right? The
Absolutely.
divine feminine.
Absolutely. 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 No, no. And I'm
Yeah, I
grateful.
just want to say,
Yeah.
talking.
Go ahead.
Oh, carry on.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Talking about the great mother. The great mother. We are walking on her belly right now, and I want to talk about the land. I think Linda raised an important point there in terms of land.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Historically and even now, I think land in, correct me if I'm wrong, people who are on the ground and you,
Mm-hmm.
historically the lands have been given by its ancestral, handed down to lineages. Because in my own place, my father has a land, and we have it. So um, this is the thing about land. So what are we? Who then have the authority to sell ancestral land and to give it away to foreigners? So this is what we need to start to look at.
Indeed.
Where do we hold the governments accountable? Because if you don't have a land and you call yourself the people of the land, what are you doing? What are we doing if people are coming and buying the land? Foreigners are coming and buying the land because
Yeah.
we won't have a place to do agriculture. We won't have a place to do farming. We won't have a place to sustain ourselves agriculturally.
Yeah.
So this is something that we need to look at. I feel like the land is very, very important because that is an anchor. That is our ancestral anchor, and we must sort of put put things in place in order to stop the government who think that they have the power
Yeah.
to sort of sell ancestral land. So I don't know what is there in Nigeria. Maybe I should find out. Is there a land registry? Is there
They have land registry. They have land registry, but the
yes.
but the problem is that it is not managed in the manner that you would think it would be, and that has to be something. Again, this is what the people have to be involved in. The people should be asking questions, and that's why we encourage participation in that process at all times. Um, yeah,
But I have to just say something real fast. What I'm
yeah.
saying,
You will as well.
since they
Spice. 1 second.
got the land against the Constitution,
Yeah.
can't we demand that the land be given back to us?
It
So now they have to pay the Chinese back. But that's not our business to pay them back.
exactly
It's not. Yeah, exactly.
that.
The government business to pay them back. Either way,
I
we
want to
get our land back.
Very good
I want to
idea.
say something, right? Exactly, exactly.
Very
I
good
want
point.
to
So
say,
important because you know what? That is the biggest debt. What is called that? Disrespect for our ancestors.
Yes.
yes. And sister, thank you for raising that. And you know what ties into sovereignty as well? Land ties into sovereignty because
Exactly.
the sovereign community here in the UK, the first thing that they look at is land registry.
Exactly.
Because why did they look at that? The people, the indigenous people, and the indigenous people of the land, their sovereignty is the land.
Indeed.
So and
Indeed.
I think this should be one aspect that we can talk about in terms of the infrastructure.
Exactly.
The land
Yeah.
has to be that needs to be resolved very quickly as well.
Exactly.
I
We,
know that there are pressing issues,
mm,
but the land is a pressing issue.
It is.
Without the land, there's no food.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Now, very good point, ladies, and it's a point. This is again why we have to get our people to participate in the process. They have to participate to put a stop to all of this injustice. Let me bring in Spice, then I'll bring in Peace African Hope. Spice, thank you for waiting. Let's hear from you.
Yes, sir. Respect, respect,
Yes, thank you.
respect.
Go ahead.
I greet everyone.
Greetings.
1 o'clock. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, yeah. I want to say that, sir. What we are doing here, this it's not going to. I know that we're going to achieve it, but it's not going to easy.
No,
What
no,
we
no.
are
It's,
saying here, yeah.
we already we factored that in. We factored the difficulty in already. It's just an obstacle to overcome. That's it. We're not going to. We are ready to do what is necessary. We are ready to empower our people. When the people know their rights, there is nothing in this planet, on this planet Earth, that can stop them. When the people have that power collectively, those in government will have to yield to the people, the sovereigns. So we need to really have that positive mindset about this. It's really important. But go ahead, let's hear from you.
Yes, yeah. What I want to say that, yeah, it's a wonderful job, and then we all should stand beside you. Yeah, should stand beside you because this journey is going to be a journey for everybody.
Mm.
It's going to be a journey for we all because these puppets they're not going to allow just to come in like that because I know that we interrupt and all those things because
Mm-hmm.
what we
Mm-hmm.
are demanding what we are demanding is the powerful key to our destiny.
Yes.
And then as many of us we go into that constitutional right and we're beginning to realize and know all those things, it's going to be a thoughtful moment, and uh, we should be ready for it because yeah, because the youth are the leader for tomorrow. But
There.
in our case, it's more like that.
Uh, and this is
It's
why.
benign.
This is
I'm
why
happy
we're.
with you, sir.
Go
I'm
ahead. Go
so
ahead.
happy with you, sir, because the way you support these movements and everything. So yeah, we love it.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank
Because
you.
what I'm saying here, there are some people who are there. There are some people who are there talking about Imilocom, talking about Igbo, talking about Yoruba, Hausa. They are disorganizing our state. So I see you that you are not like that because even you are a Yoruba man, you support Igbo person.
Yes.
You were talking about Obi
Yes.
that time, yeah.
Yes.
Some people are not reasoning that way. Some people they always twist everything. They just
Thank you,
want
Nibian
Biafra. No,
Sugar.
if
Yeah.
Biafra want to stand, at least we all need to do it together.
Yeah.
If Nigeria want to work, we all need to do it together.
Mm-hmm.
So, sir, respect, and
Thank you.
I send you my number.
Yes.
So
I'll add you. I'll add you. I'll add you. Thank you very much. I will look in the phone and I'll add you.
respect.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, other people can speak.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really grateful for that, Spice. Okay. Let's bring in.
Can I add something to that? Thank
Okay.
you, Brother Spice.
Yeah.
I
Quickly,
just want to
one
make a
quickly.
public service announcement really quick.
Yeah.
No, please, no, please don't do that.
Hold on.
This is going to be short
No,
and
please
sweet.
let Peacemaker
Just
do her thing
don't
first.
keep
Let's
tapping
give a
when
minute
you're
for her.
on the panel.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
do
okay.
that.
Mute.
It suppresses
Okay,
the
go on, do your
audio
thing.
line.
Okay, fair
Not
enough,
when
fair
you're in
enough.
the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So, but,
Okay.
okay. Now,
No, I
quickly.
just
Okay.
wanted to say something really
Thank you.
quickly, very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking about one thing because there was a lady here that's really, really vast on. I think she was on this live once. I can't remember her name. I'll check. I think
No.
as we're doing what we are doing, we need people who have subject matter experts on specific subjects
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to talk about this, even from the diasporan point of view and what we currently have on the grounds in
Yeah.
the continent right now. We want to be able to exchange approaches and ideas on how to,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
particularly I just feel that the land registry stuff that is a major thing
It
because
is.
if the people don't have a place to do their farming,
Yeah.
that affects the food, it affects everything right
Mm.
there that we are trying to achieve. If they don't have access to the land, if things have been sold, privatized, this is the thing that we also need to move quickly on, and particularly if we're talking to local leaders on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
this is their
Mm-hmm.
I know that someone is doing that in Edo State. There's
Mm-hmm.
a guy who is, I don't want to mention names, but this guy is, is challenging the Oba of Benin right now in regards to that because there's a lot of that happening in Edo
Oh,
State.
guys, can I say something? And
Delta State
one
as well.
second, please. Let's not mention anything to do with drugs, alcohol, or anything. But we haven't mentioned that. But they're talking about it here, and this apparently they've restricted restricted our live. We haven't talked about that. But anyway, we'll just be let's just use on a live and things like that. But it looks like they are.
Yeah, yeah. On
Uh,
a live, yeah.
it's annoying what they've done. But carry on, carry on.
That's just what I want to that's just what I want to beware
Okay.
in different places
Yes.
in Nigeria and in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
The lands are being grabbed right now. I
Mm-hmm.
think this is one of the major areas. So if there's any subject expert matter on
Mm-hmm.
this case, please, I urge you to please come and join the group
Thank you.
privately on
Yes.
the WhatsApp group and join the meetings as well. We need to talk about this
Mm-hmm.
and particularly to also give some recommendations to local people where it's needed. So we
Mm-hmm.
need to hear from people as to how we can sort of mitigate when land has been taken from people. We need to hear how either legally how that can be reclaimed. If you have a legal background in lands in the area of land, we want to hear from you as well. So
Thank
just
you.
want to add that.
Thank you so much. It's very important because you can see land. I just talked about the fact that 20% of the land in Zimbabwe is being bought over by UAE. Some guy called Al something Al Hassan Jaber. And we talked about now 59%, 66.6% of Ghana is owned by China, and then 33% is owned by of Nigeria now. Is owned by China. So we have to be aware of this land issue, and it's something we need to discuss. And our people need to know what is going on. We have to be discussing this across the entire continent, so we know what is being done. And many of this has been hidden because of the fact that it is in the foreign language of English and French. So thank you very much for that interjection. Peace, Africa, hope. Thank you for waiting and being patient. Let us hear from you. What would you like to say? And thank you for joining us again. Tell us a little bit more about what's going on in Congo. And Congo, not Congo. So thank you. Go ahead.
Greetings, my good people.
Greetings, greetings.
How are you doing?
We're good, thank you. We're good, we're
I'm
good.
happy, really. Yeah, about the land question, it is a serious question. The land question all over Africa. The land question becomes an issue every day and every night.
Mm-hmm.
Because without land, you have nothing. Without land, you have no motherland. Without land, you don't have Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Without land, we don't have nature.
Mm.
And without land, we don't have food that gives us life.
Mm.
The question of land shouldn't have started today. The question of land should have started immediately after colonization.
Yes.
Because
Thanks,
in
Rubiasan.
Zimbabwe, the land question is still there. In South Africa, the land question is
Still there.
These white settlers that settled, no one bothered to bring back the land. And when they say they bring back the land, they say they should be compensated. But in the first place, who gave them the land? They grabbed it. They should be instead compensating the people they've put it through agony without using their land to develop. That is one. About Asian countries and these white countries loaning money to African countries, and they own now half of the country and all the land there and assets. That shouldn't be the problem. The problem should be, who do they loan this money to?
True.
They don't loan to the country. The people who signed for those loans should be the ones to pay them. Their securities, their properties should be used to pay those loans. Because you will not tell me you've gotten a loan of 500 million US dollars or 50 million US dollars to construct roads, and the roads are not constructed. Now, what did you borrow against? It was the transport. So if the transport is not there, you who borrowed must pay that money back, not the country. Because the government of the people did not benefit from that loan. I think that should be the question rubbish of saying that China owns the property now in these countries. China owns nothing. It did not sign any contract with the government people. It signed with individuals of the government, not
Mm-hmm.
the government. That is one.
Mm-hmm.
Two, that money did not benefit any citizen because the citizens still paid the high taxes.
Yeah.
The citizens still passed through hardship. So they have no way connection with the Chinese. If the Chinese want, let them invest in that country and hire those people.
Mm-hmm.
But if they've not invested, not constructed the roads themselves, not even hired the people to construct them here, so they are not. We don't owe them nothing in Africa. Yes.
Mm.
Then the other thing is, they come to Africa. Yes, they borrow, they lend us money, but in lending us money, what happens? They take sand, they take minerals.
Yeah. Yeah.
They give it on an exchange of tax holidays to their investors from their countries.
Mm-hmm.
How is that calculated? Why
Mm.
don't they calculate that in return to compensate that money? How come for them they lend us money in papers, but they require we pay back
Yeah. With
with
our
land,
resources.
with the minerals? Why don't we print back that money and pay it back?
Exactly.
Why
Exactly.
can't we print back that money and pay it back?
Exactly.
Why are we limited? So
Mm.
that is the colonialism that I always fight about.
Hmm.
The colonialism of the mind. You can't give me a plate you've eaten food from
Mm-hmm.
and then tell me to account for the food.
Mm.
It is impossible. I can't account for what I've not eaten.
No.
So the people in Africa are not accountable for the loans acquired from the Chinese,
Yeah.
from the Americans. There is nothing. Let them. We shall account for the schools they've built,
Yeah.
the roads they've built,
Mm.
the hospitals they've built. But if there is none of that, instead they should be paying us because
Mm-hmm.
they are using us to access more funds from IMF. Because apparently, if you made research,
Mm-hmm.
we are used as collateral for these big governments
Mm.
and superpowers to
Mm.
accumulate,
Hmm.
to get money from IMF
Yeah.
and World Bank.
Yeah.
Now,
Hmm.
so Africa, we are good on our own.
Yes.
Africa, we have people. We have rich people like Aliko Dangote. We have Tony and many rich others. We can, if these people united alone, their money can create a far more better bank that can support African values than what the World Bank is giving us today.
Yes.
If these people, if Africa, like I said last time, unity.
Mm.
If we were united, these African countries, depending on what they have, the land they have, the minerals they have, they can gather around, form a bank. That bank will be specifically looking at loaning countries
Mm-hmm.
in Africa.
Exactly.
How come these white countries, all of them, borrow money from one bank?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yes. Why?
And they always get zero interest. Always zero interest.
They don't wait for us to do. Yes. And for us, when they give it to us, it is above 10.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Exactly.
Yet for them, they are getting it at 6%. What is wrong? Yet we are sovereign countries also.
Indeed. Indeed.
And in the first place, Africa needs more loan percentage than those countries.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One, they owe us of what they've deprived us. Two, they owe us of years of slavery. If the Jews cannot accept to forget the Holocaust just 50 years ago, yes? How about, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Slavery just ended 50 years ago.
Peace. If you say that word that you said, because we make up words here
Yeah.
that are TikTok friendly.
Yeah.
So saying that word, that H word,
Yeah.
is not, call it Shullacost or anything else.
Holocaust.
Yeah,
Yeah.
call it anything, but that's
Yeah,
age.
because they will. Yeah, because they will.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. Yeah, yeah. If I don't know, okay, these white colonial supreme extremist countries want us to forget something of 50 years
Mm-hmm.
ago
Mm-hmm.
of enslavement, but they cannot accept us to forget something that happened 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you see in 1970,
Mm-hmm.
1974 is when the locust happened. The locust ate the green plants.
Yeah.
They don't want us to forget that one. Each time there is something serious to talk about, they say, oh, you can't forget about this. You don't know what happened to this. But then they tell us, forgive and forget
Mm-hmm.
something that just happened 50 years ago.
Yeah.
If you're old enough, this 50 years ago, that is Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Zimbabwe 50 years ago.
Mm.
Some of us even are still into that.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
want us to forget. Why?
Mm.
Why should we forget this?
I
They
want
should
to
account
ask
for
you
this.
a question,
Mm.
please.
Yes, please.
Where are you located?
Currently I'm located in DRC as I'm speaking to you.
Congo.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
Congo.
So, from what I know about the Congo, those people, I'm sure, don't know what their constitution says. And before you came in, we went over a few of the items from the Constitution. We went over 10, we went over parts of 16.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the whole thing here is awareness.
Mm.
Awareness so that people will know what their rights are. So when their rights are being violated, they can
Yes.
stand up against that.
I think
Because
you.
a lot of rights are being violated.
Yeah. Indeed.
Mm.
Indeed.
So we mainly talk about, with how people do just go off topic and everything, but we have been discussing the Constitution as it is written
Mm.
in English.
Mm.
And some people don't speak English, and the goal is to get everyone in every country to know what is said and possibly
Mm.
make changes to the Constitution.
Mm.
So we know that there are a lot of issues, that this form of government is fairly new, so there will be growing pains, there will be pushback from people. However, we still need to move forward with it, and we encourage everyone in the live, when you hear some words that are not TikTok friendly,
Mm-hmm.
to put a F1 in
Mm-hmm.
the chat, which indicates that this is pretty much for education and information
Yeah.
to TikTok,
Mm.
so that they don't flag the live.
Mm.
Because sometimes when we get passionate, we use words we shouldn't use.
Mm.
Normally, we don't use the word white, we say YT.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, this is for educational
Purposes.
and informational purposes.
Mm.
So
Mm.
when you start seeing F1s come up in the chat, just follow suit and put an F1 there.
Mm-hmm.
Because TikTok
Okay.
has been doing a lot of terrible things
Yeah.
to black content creators. They don't care if you say black,
No.
but they don't like you saying
Yeah.
that other color.
Mm. Mm. But
They don't like you saying that H
Yeah.
word. They don't like you saying anything like naming weapons. We say
Mhm.
pew pew,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
unalive. Because if you say these words, then
Mm.
TikTok starts flagging you.
Mm. Yeah.
So even though we get passionate, we still have to remember we're on TikTok and we got to use TikTok friendly words. So yes, there are lots of problems going on,
Mm.
but I think Citizen has the right idea
Mm.
to first start with information and getting it out there. So if
Mm.
you speak a different language, and can grab a copy of the Constitution
He's very good at that.
Fascinated, but
He's very good at that. He's done that for
great.
he's done that in for 10 different tribes. Am I correct? Peace African
Yeah,
Hope.
for 10 tribes.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
Okay.
you spoke
Yes,
about that.
yes. I've done the translation for the constitution in 10 languages.
Fantastic.
That is
And each day,
fantastic.
yeah, and each day we look at one page.
Mm-hmm.
Each day we look at a different page,
Mm-hmm.
and we always ask questions and engage the population, the masses that we are with,
Mm.
to see if they understand what they think is not comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
what they feel they didn't know, or what they feel should be changed.
Okay.
We can
Yeah.
learn
So
from that.
let's
So
follow each other
May
so
I
we
say
can
something,
all get
please?
this
May I say
going.
something, please, to the king?
Yes, go ahead.
King, when you say you show the people one page, are you talking about everything
Okay.
in the Constitution,
They go
or
over
are
one
you
Yes.
page
talking
per
about the
day.
main points that we're talking about? That's what they have to learn. They have to learn the constitutional right.
Mm.
If I'm just saying, if you're reading the whole page, it will take forever. We only want them to learn their rights.
Yes, yes. I understand when you say that. Of course,
Yeah.
I also choose the main points.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The main point.
But no, you have to teach the main points because everything
Yeah.
else is too much.
Yeah, yeah. Because really, the constitution sometimes even goes off topic.
That's correct.
Some
Yeah.
kind of
That's correct.
Yeah, everything. Just give them the main
Yeah.
points that everybody that's speaking this out. Give them the main points of their rights.
Um,
That's what will
Yes.
empower them.
African Hope. I'm gonna.
They ain't so we wouldn't read it because they always say that if you want to trick a black person,
Yeah.
if you want to fool a black person, put it in a book.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
surely, yeah.
So we don't want to give them too much because it's so new and
Yeah.
it's too much to give to people, common people. I mean, the people. Just tell them the main point. This is what they have to know. The main point. Don't read all those other things because people get lost.
Mm. Thank you very much.
That's
Thank
why
you.
we choose to use one page.
Yeah.
That's why we choose one page so
Uh,
that they don't get exhausted
exactly.
and it becomes boring.
You know what? Peace Hope. Peace African Hope. One second. One second. Everybody, 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. Please. Can I just say this? 1 second. Peace Africa Hope. I please inbox me your number because I actually need you to. We would like to get you to join us in this in part of what we're planning here because this is something that we can learn from and we have some ideas and we're working out a plan and myself problem solving Vaname and others as well and we like what you said there and I'm sure we can probably work out learn from you and equally vice versa on this. So I'd really like you to, if you drop your number in the inbox, I'll add you to the group that we're in, and we're trying to really do something, along the lines of what you're doing, but to make it easy for people to know those rights. So honestly, I'm really grateful for your comments and what you're saying thus far. But yeah, let's I'll stop there for now.
I just wanted to say something to Peace Africa. Thank you for what you're doing in DRC.
Yes.
And what citizens have said, I think it echoes what I wanted to say. I wanted to also add something. We can show the people that this is the document, this is the Bible of the government, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because what people understand, this is the Bible of the physical God called the government.
Mm-hmm.
Out of this Bible, we are taking this verse. So
Mm-hmm.
without introducing the whole constitution, yes, and then say this is the verse in the Bible that relates to what this physical God of your government
Mm-hmm.
is saying that
Mm-hmm.
you have the power to do. And it's quite interesting, Peace Africa, because we would like you to join our group. We want to know what are the teething problems you have, the pins and needles that you're going through in the current system, in the current process that you're using. And we can also, exchange notes and see how else we can modify based on your experiences
Exactly.
on the ground, because Peace Africa has some experiences on the ground.
That's correct.
We want to listen to that and see where we can learn from that as we move forward. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. That's brilliant. Well said. Well said. Problem solver. Well
Yeah.
said. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
Surely,
My
yeah.
question now, because I heard that there was recently a Muslim holiday and a lot of traveling was involved in that, right? So could you just briefly tell us one more time what Section 10 of
Okay.
the Constitution says?
Yes, yes, yes. Very good point, Miss Lady. Then please hope I'll bring you back in. Let me just answer that question. Yeah. What we were doing, and this is relating to Nigeria, but I'm sure other people can see into this as well, depending on what your constitution says. But I think they probably all similar. Now, Section 10 of the Nigerian Constitution states that the federal government of Nigeria shall not adopt any religion as state religion. Let me say that again. The federal government, the Constitution of Nigeria states that the federal government of Nigeria shall not adopt any religion as state religion. That's what it says on Section 10 of the 1999 Constitution. I'll just say that in Yoruba, then I'll come back and then carry on with the explanation of that. The reason why we're talking about this in this particular sense. Let me just do the Yoruba version as well. Now, Section 10 in Yoruba language says this. You may not understand it, but I've told you the meaning it at the beginning, and it's to emphasize a point which I will explain after I've done this. So, ìjọba ti federation tàbí ìpínlẹ̀ kò ní gba ẹ̀sìn èyíkéyìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀sìn ìpínlẹ̀. Ìjọba ti federation tàbí ìpínlẹ̀ kò ní gba ẹ̀sìn èyíkéyìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀sìn ìpínlẹ̀. Now, the reason why we're saying that is that in the Constitution, those funds, there's not supposed to be any funds used in sending people to pilgrimages to Mecca or to Jerusalem. That is not government business. The government business is to provide safety and security, healthcare, paying pensions under Section 162C. And the reason why we're doing that is because we need our people to know in their languages these facts so that they can hold their government to account. So it is very, very important that all of us understand why the question was asked. For us to understand that the government is actually veering away from its responsibilities. Our role as citizens, as sovereigns, is to steer them back and say, government, no. You have the right to call them to a town hall meeting to explain why they're spending money on things that is not in the Constitution, and get them to take that money and focus it on things like roads, water, light, schools, bridges, healthcare, safety, security, the proper cultural education in our local languages. Oh, yeah, sorry, I go fast, I get it. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the. So, yeah, let me say that. I'll say that again slowly. So, it is really important that all of us understand that in the Constitution, in Nigeria, for example, and I'm sure it's probably the same in other parts of Africa, that the Constitution does not provide for the funding of trips to a pilgrimage to Mecca or pilgrimage to Jerusalem. That is not the responsibility of the government. It is also not the responsibility of the government to direct us to follow one religion or the other. What the government should be doing, and I'm going to read that to you, Section 162C. I'll read a brief section of that to us in English. Section 162C states that the state shall, within the context, the state shall direct its policy towards ensuring that suitable and adequate shelter, suitable and adequate food, reasonable national minimum living wage, old age care, and pensions and unemployment, sick benefits, and welfare of the disabled are provided for all citizens. That is the role of the government, and you will find that this is a similar thing you will see across all of Africa, because they wrote the constitution from the same template, but they've done it in English and in French, and it's the same thing. But what we are trying to get people to understand is that you can question them. It is important you participate in that process and question them. So that's what I wanted to state. Peace, Africa, hope. Go ahead. Let's hear from you. Then I'll bring others in as well. Let's hear from you. Thank you. Yeah. Are you there? Yeah. Peace, Africa, hope. Are you back? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm happy that we are all on the same page of looking at the best way we can help Africa develop and understand the rights, surely. Very many people in Africa don't understand a word of the Constitution. When you talk about the Constitution, they think either you want to steal them, you're taking them to court, or you want to stand as a leader. And what, from the experience I've seen, Africans, we don't trust politicians. So we have to play a big role in making the population masses understand that knowing more about the Constitution is to their benefit, is to their development, and is to their daily to-day running affairs. Yes, as for me, I've tried my best. Some people don't pick them positively because it affects them, mainly the political side.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the government side.
Yes. Indeed.
That is where the backlash comes in. However, slowly by slowly, you can stop the river from flowing in one direction.
Yes.
You block it here, but trust me, it will open more mouth fingers, more like rivers rotating around that, and it will still reach the destination. So let us be like that river. Let us not look at the obstacle in front, but look at ways on how we can reach the information to the common man.
Absolutely.
That is
Absolutely, brother. Thank you so much for
Well said.
articulating that. Absolutely, because yes, that's a mindset thing as well. Because Africa has actually, they've taken a lot of heat from people, and it's really, really, we need to also accept that there's a sensitivity there, and there's a defense. That the reason why they are defending, because the reason why they have all of this is because they are trying to defend in the way that they know. So this is why they block themselves to things like the Constitution. They block themselves to things like the Constitution. When someone is coming to speak big grammar to them, it's like, okay, you're speaking big grammar because you want to take something, you want to obscure some form of truth that you think we cannot hear. But it's a good thing because we are using the mother tone. That is one of the barrier breaking. It dissolves the barrier right there. If we are presenting the Constitution in their own language, it's saying that I see you, I know you. This is why we speak the same language. This is why the Constitution is the way that it is, because we are here to empower you. When they first gave the Constitution, they never translated this in different language. It was all in the oppressor's language. But we are taking it a step further to translate the Constitution into the mother tongue. So that is a barrier dissolving right there. That dissolves the barrier to say, you are my people, and I come to you as my people. That is why that is why we are speaking this Constitution in your language, in a way that you will take it. It's like we're approaching this like a child in kindergarten to say, this is what we're bringing to you. We've even gone as far to translate these mammoth documents into this Constitution into what you can understand. I think that's the biggest power, the mother tongue, the translating the Constitution into the mother tongue.
Yes.
We mustn't underestimate that act alone. The mother tongue is really, really powerful.
It is.
And we're using the people who are local. That's the local leaders there to.
That's correct. The stakeholders.
With this wisdom.
So I got another question.
Okay. After that, then we'll bring in Stone Love. Sorry, hold on. Let's hear from Peace. 1 second. 1 second.
Yes. The other thing I would say, please, you're explaining the Constitution, make sure you understand what you are explaining.
Exactly.
Make sure you understand what you're explaining. Don't interpret it to your own consumption the way you understand it.
Yeah.
No. Interpret the Constitution to what it says,
Yeah.
not to what we want it to be.
Yeah, exactly.
That is another thing.
Yeah.
Because the moment you start explaining that the consumption of the people is that what you are saying is what they should take. So
No.
don't interpret it
Yeah.
like the pastors interpret the Bible.
Yeah, exactly.
They interpret the Bible to favor what they are saying.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Interpret it favoring both sides.
Exactly.
The side of the government and the side of the people.
Yeah.
Just like it is articulated.
Exactly.
Where they have questions, answer them.
Exactly.
Where they don't have, you are okay to go.
Exactly.
And make sure you follow back to ask them whether they understood.
Exactly.
Don't give them a little exercise.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like guessing, answering questions, like a 5 minutes questionnaire. Random questions. Yes.
Yeah.
Then, I
Very good.
think where we've reached now,
Yeah.
as Africa, we have to cut ties with. We have to prioritize our local languages. Now.
Yep. Yep.
And abandon
Yep.
the Englishes and so on.
Yes.
Because with that, it is easier for them to come and manipulate us.
Exactly.
If we are using our own languages, it will be hard for them. I've never seen Chinese. They teach in Chinese language. The Swedes teach in Swedish.
Exactly.
The Germans teach in German.
Yes.
Why is it that us we have to be taught in English?
Exactly.
We've lost very many skilled people, people who could benefit just because they could not understand English. Even the pays, you find a very good engineer in the field is better than an engineer from the paper.
Exactly.
As the white man paper, the white teas.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the university. Yeah, YT papers.
YT, yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's paid much less money just because he's not having those papers. So we have to look at that and start valuing value addition skills.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have to unite as Africans to support each other.
Absolutely.
The rest, I'm going to put my numbers.
Please.
I'll inbox you my numbers.
Yes. Yes.
Whoever wants to communicate further,
Yes.
it is okay. We are also as on the side of peace in the DRC activities. Currently, we are looking at relocating from where we are to another place.
Yeah.
However, we are looking for partners and unity of Africans so that this could be the genesis of us uniting
Yes.
and doing something to promote ourselves as Africans, whereby we have a fallback position.
Yes.
Yeah, so we are looking at developing a small school.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
A small hospital and an agricultural garden there. We are looking at raising 250,000 US dollars. This will comprise all the school, the hospital, and the agricultural garden for the people to be. So
I'm going to
Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. I was gonna try and put something up.
about another one of the
Go ahead.
I think it was it wasn't 16, was it, the one that talks about sovereignty? Because I would like for you to explain to all sovereignty.
Okay.
Word sovereignty.
Will do. Let me just to just answer peace first there.
May I say something from
Okay, go ahead. Okay, I'll talk about sovereignty after that. Okay, go ahead. Quickly. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Vanna?
I was saying,
I'm speaking.
One second, please. Vanna, yeah, okay, go ahead. Then I'll bring in peace again. Go ahead. So sovereignty.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
You know, peace. When you're going to the people now with the Constitution, is that what you're doing? Oh, I'm asking him a question.
Yeah, I think his network is a problem. His network is a problem. I can see the red line on it.
Okay. Well, you know what I want to
Yes,
say
I
like
can
the
hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
We're giving it. We're interpreting in every
Yeah.
the English version.
Yes.
Yeah, we're interpreting the English version. And the point is, as they have got all our resources and even our lives away
Mm-hmm.
from us, because of they use that English,
Mm.
they get us. We have to use that same language to unbreak it, but
That's it.
not to the community.
No,
But
no.
now what we're doing while we're speaking about it,
Yeah.
while we're telling them,
It's gonna be in our local language.
when you read it in English and then read it into their own language, that is just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It
in
is.
every land, somebody speaks English.
Mm. Mm.
In
So we
every
have a new
land,
guest
but,
on the panel.
understand what I'm saying. Please let me finish, please. What I'm saying is that when we give that Constitution as it's written, that it's written in English, right? Then they can interpret it in in their own land. That's it.
Mm.
Because the English is what it shows you what actually you're right.
Mm. Mm.
It shows you what they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
And we would like to
That
welcome a new guest to the panel.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. 1 second. Yeah. We've got a guest waiting.
Listen, it's so important
Yeah.
that we know our opponents,
Yes.
and then we use that. If we know their tactics,
Mm-hmm.
we learn their tactics,
Mm.
and we use those tactics.
Tactics against them. Tactics. Yes.
Tactics. We use those tactics to reverse what they've done.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I'm talking about, giving it as it's written in English.
Yeah. But
Giving it to be interpreted by everyone else.
Yeah.
And they can see, because that's the purpose of having the English. We've been colonized up under English
Mm-hmm.
and French and all these other
Yeah.
languages.
Yeah.
So when we give it to the people, they put it in everybody
Language.
They know exactly what is in the Constitution. Not that we try to give it to them in another language is what I mean. Giving it
So
to
we would
English
like
is also
to.
side.
Yeah.
Miss
So-
Verna,
So
can we at least hear a few words from the new
Yeah.
guest on the panel?
we're gonna hear that from them.
I'm almost finished talking, please. I'm almost moderator.
Yeah. Okay.
The moderator.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to say that we are
Okay.
on the right track.
Yeah.
But just want to say to African Peace African, the plan is to give the people food. You'll get more attention.
Mm.
You're just talking now and trying to get them to realize something that they don't have no
He
idea
is really trying. He's trying very hard on that area as well. He's in fact he's trying to he's trying to raise some funds. But thank you so much. Thank you. Please let's hear from Stone Love. Thank you so much for waiting. We try to obviously try to work the ideas out. So go ahead, Stone Love. Let's hear from you. Stone Love. Go ahead. Thank you. Thanks for waiting.
Thank you, and good day and good afternoon to everybody.
Good afternoon.
My take in, I appreciate the conversation that we've been here, and this I think is very informative.
Mm-hmm.
My take is one that I think we Africans we have to think about us as a continent.
Yes.
We have to stop entertain people who don't entertain us.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot, for them to destroy us, they try to put our language as nothing compared to their language. We have to, that's the same thing that they have done to the slavery. You take a culture of somebody,
Mm-hmm.
his language, then you finish with him.
Yeah.
The first thing also we have to know is that the colonizer's mind,
Yeah.
this is what we have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
The colonizer's mind is to keep the Africans apart from each other,
Mm.
is to keep the Africans having problems against each other.
Mm.
And when Africans have time to think, to sit down and think about the really things that are bothering them, we don't have time. Instead of that, they bring all kinds of entertainment. We had entertainment before them,
Yeah.
and they did
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but today, the system is built up in the way that we Africans, we have to, whatever we have to do it for the others, and we don't benefit from what we have. So, before we can go ahead with everything, I think we have to look at us, start loving us ourselves. And then, the white man, sorry, the whitey,
Yeah, YT, yes.
he had an agenda on us. And the agenda has been there since long time.
Yes.
And they are not willing to stop it. They know for the fact that
Mm-hmm.
if they ever have to give Africans freedom,
Mm.
really freedom, because what we have in Africa is not freedom because our minerals, what is under the ground is not ours.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly
What
it.
is under the ground is what is our future. So, and for our kids. So, we have to think in a different way of learning their mind. You see, we can see Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
Chinese, they don't please English people.
Mm-hmm.
They don't speak English. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Chinese,
Mm-hmm.
they learn that you have to respect them as they are.
Mm.
I live in Denmark. In Denmark, uh, you have to learn Danish because everything is in Danish.
Exactly. Exactly.
You go to Germany, you have to learn German because everything is in German. What they do to us here, what I've seen, or what I've seen, we are under modern slavery.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Because what they do to us, they make us to forget our language, to forget, and your culture, you cannot do your culture here. If now I said, because I have a culture in South Africa that say I have to slaughter a sheep
Yes.
to give it to for my ancestors. Here, if I do that, I'll go to jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because they are destroying that. You must forget about that culture because that culture is not important for you.
Mm. Mm.
They have what? They have a law. The Europeans. Even like 3 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
a French finance minister, he said, we have woken up Africans.
Yes.
We have woken up Africans. What does that mean for us
Mm.
now as Europeans?
Yeah.
That means our grandkids, to get a better future, they have to go and live in Africa.
Yeah.
Find it in Africa.
Mm. That's why I said this.
Because now, Africans, they are closing off their minerals.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes us to live.
Mm.
That's what makes everything to be happening here. Is African minerals.
Mm.
Africa, we are a very powerful continent in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We can run the world.
Yes.
Africa.
No question.
And that is being stopped because the white men, they know also.
YT. YT. YT.
Also, the whitey, they know that because the whitey, what they do, they say,
Mm-hmm.
if we can keep them down,
Mm-hmm.
we can believe it. But
Mm.
if we can, now they're woken up, then now they have plan B.
Yeah.
Because us, we don't have no plan. We have plan that we are eating today, you get a better price or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and live on. Then there are 10 times, 20 times steps
Ahead. You're so right.
ahead of us.
Mm. Mm.
Now they have plans. One general here about 2 months ago, French general again, and this general is that, you know what, you must not worry too much about this Africa. Now, if they don't give us the minerals, then we're going to go there and take them by force and beat them.
Mm. Yes.
That means
Recolonization.
whatever it takes. So even if they have to throw a nuclear bomb there, they will do it
Indeed. Indeed.
for the mineral,
Mm.
for their own kids. So we Africans, we have to be a little bit bigger head. But I hear the theme of African unity,
Yes.
Pan Africanism.
Yes.
It's a very good thing. I'm not against it, but for me, what I would put now, because the forces that are coming for Africa,
Yeah.
are coming heavily,
Exactly.
more than before.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see something that we never see before.
Hmm.
The best thing for Africans is to build up.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Unmute yourself, please. Sorry about that. Sorry. Go unmute yourself, Steve. Don't know. Yeah, sorry. Apologies. That was me. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. I pressed the wrong button. Stone Love. Stone Love, please go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. The best thing for Africa is to what? Go ahead. You will carry on.
For me, what I see the best thing for Africa, the card that will work for now for Africa.
Mm-hmm.
First, let's tighten up ourselves with the military.
Mm-hmm.
African military.
Mm-hmm.
That means nobody from outside the African borders would come and attack nobody in Africa. You attack one, we go all over.
Yes. Yes, it's true.
And
It's true.
They know they cannot stand that force.
No. No.
They know. That's why they know they cannot stand that force.
Mm.
It's
So true. So true.
we are weak.
Mm.
As long we are weak,
Yes.
so we are vulnerable. Let's take for example, you see Russia.
Yeah.
Let's go to all these Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya. They knew that we can go and beat these people very quickly.
Mm.
You see, when you go to North Korea, why they don't go North Korea?
No, they don't dare go. No.
Why they don't go to Russia?
No.
Why they
Yeah.
don't go to China?
Yeah.
When your military is strong, they will come to you.
Mm.
So even us, when you have a nuclear,
Yeah.
they tell us, oh, nuclear is not good. No, it's good when they have it. But we need a state with a nuclear bomb enough, not a sorry, a nuclear.
Mm.
That is
Can
the
you
difference.
please allow us to continue talking about the
Any
Constitution?
forces that coming into
What's it?
Africa, because they know once you have that, they're not gonna touch
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. My brother Stone Love, can I ask you a question before you go? Thank you so much for your contributions. The question about constitution. Do you know do you have a constitution in South Africa?
Yes, we have a constitution in South Africa, sir.
Okay.
But the constitution in South Africa,
Mm-hmm.
it was not a constitution that was written by South Africa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's the same across the whole of Africa. It's the same across the whole of Africa.
So when it comes to the constitution, even now, that's why we have problems in South Africa, because we need to change the constitution.
Indeed.
And the forces, the Western forces, that is the DA,
Mm-hmm.
that are still racist in the country.
Yes.
Those people, once they are working for the West,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
they're sponsored by the West.
Mm-hmm.
They are the project of the West.
Yes.
So those people are blocking everything. So that's why even that we wanted ANC to join up with the black parties, that could be easy for them to amend the constitution.
Mm.
For me, the way I look at it, it's gonna be very difficult, because you don't get that amount. But what we should also think about is Africa. To go back to the kings.
Yes.
Run by the king.
Yes.
Let's get out of the system, the whole system of constitution. Listen, my brother, we have constitution, we have laws.
Yes, we do.
Before the visitors came to our home,
Yeah.
we have laws.
Yeah. That's true.
When they took us from those laws, they
Exactly. So they took it away from us. Okay. Okay.
They introduce us to what is them,
Yeah.
not to what is us.
Yeah.
That's why even their laws, they don't fit with they don't fit with Africans.
No, no. What I would say is that I know the constitution is not right for across the whole of Africa, but we need people to know it so that it can then be more empowered to change it. And that is why we're talking about translating it, because it is being used on the lives of the people, even though we know it's not working. So we are hoping that some of the powers within it, the people can use to say, right, okay, we use that power to change it and get rid of it, and then go to where we want. So that's the question. That's what we are putting forward in the broadcast, because we know our people don't know their rights. A lot of people, even in South Africa as well, I'm sure a lot of people don't even know that there's a constitution, or in their and they haven't got it in their local languages, which is important because the language is very powerful. So we are trying to encourage people to know that. That way they can begin to participate in the governance more, because they use the language, the lack of knowledge of the constitution, to oppress us on our land. That's the, you know, so that's where we're going. But I appreciate everything else you said earlier on as well, and overall looking at how we can approach getting ourselves free. But I think we need to have a platform of knowing the constitution as well. But I thank you so much for your contributions, and I'm following you as well. We value what you said.
Follow you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah.
I'd just like to make a public service announcement.
Yes.
The numbers are going down.
Mhm.
Please share the live.
Yes, please share.
Those that are in the chat,
Share. Yes.
would you please to keep the algorithm
Algorithm
going,
up. Yes.
tap the screen and share the live.
Exactly.
Feel free
Yeah.
to gift the host.
Thank you. Oh, something went on. What?
Let's keep this live going.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Linda. Thank you. Okay. Let me.
Can I say something? I want to.
Yes. Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I say something?
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think a few months ago I came across this comment, and I think this is something that the whitey people are sort of holding in their own consciousness as well. I think I was just fortunate to see that comment, and that came up again when the brother was talking.
Mm-hmm.
And what this person said in their comments to one of my posts months ago said, "Oh, if Africans are actually providing for themselves, then maybe you wouldn't have people coming in to steal, to take from them."
Oh.
So I don't know, but when if you know the mind of one,
Yes.
you know the mind
Of-
of all of them.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
and this is what they are thinking in their own
Minds.
closet. So I
Mm.
just want to bring that out there. So
Very
I know
good
that
point.
what we are doing is empowering the
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
But let's just think about this as well.
Thank you so much.
I would like to go back to my
Yes, the question you asked. Yes, I wrote it down. Sovereignty. Now, thank you. So, what is sovereignty? I'm going to do it two ways. I'll answer it one way. My way is sovereignty means that you have control over a particular territory. Doesn't matter the size. You as a person, you have control over that territory. That territory is yours. And then the thing is now to define it more. What area is your sovereignty covering? That is my understanding of it. Now, to now extend it to what it means in the dictionary terms, I will do that here, and then I will now go and relate it to the Constitution as well, because I want us to have the context of what sovereignty is about, so that we can be able to visualize it, so that when I talk about the Nigerian Constitution, it makes more sense. So let's just quickly look at what is said online about sovereignty. I want to just to tie it all together. Sovereignty. Okay, so now it says here, sovereignty is supreme power or authority in authority of a state to govern itself or another state, a self-governing state. So, for example, I can give an example that a person who is running his own house, who provides his own water, his light, his safety, his security, you know, and deals with the waste from his house. Is a kind of a sovereign, you know, to in simple terms. So that is exactly what this is about. Trying to explain that you have a certain control over a certain part of the land, of a land. You have to have a land. Sovereignty really is about land. Now let us go and look at the real interpretation of it
The
in.
reason I brought that up, sir,
Yeah,
is to have you translate this thing in a way as if I've never been to school.
that's
So I
correct.
don't understand any word that has more than two syllables.
That's correct.
Because if you go to the village, you talk to older people
Hmm.
who only speak their native
That's
language,
correct.
you're going to lose them right away.
Mm.
Because when it starts talking about sovereignty,
Mm.
they're already lost.
Yeah, but the thing is when we do it in Yoruba language, they know that meaning. It has a meaning in Yoruba language. Ashe ati agbára. So it actually has that. That's the direct translation. You know. Um, so we the people, you know, it talks about ìjọba jẹ́ ti ènìyàn láti ọ̀dọ̀ ní ìjọba ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. So it tells you that we the people
Okay.
are the
So
sovereign.
you say they will understand the word.
That's
So
correct.
Mr. Palm says he has a question. I told him to request to come to the panel.
Yeah.
I don't know if he put in the request or
Mr.
not.
Mr. Pan, let me see if I can get it.
But
Mr.
we are talking about the Constitution,
Yeah.
and we are translating the Constitution
Yeah.
from English to local
Languages.
languages.
Yeah. So is that
So
Mr.
everybody, you have a Constitution question.
Yeah. Let us have a look. Who's the Mr. Khan again? I can't see the name. It's probably gone now. But hang on.
PSALM.
Okay, Mr. Sam. Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can invite him this way. Let me. Can I get it? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna follow him back, and I'll bring him on as a guest as well. Okay, Mr. Sam, I've sent you an invite. So if you just add that and I'll add you. Now, so in layman's term, sovereignty means that you have control over a particular land area, and you are able to what's the word? Peace, Mr. Peace, Africa Hope. Thank you very much. I'm going to be in touch with you. Um, you have a control over a particular land area, and you can decide what happens there to a certain to a large extent. That is sovereignty. Now, the effective sovereignty is the one where you as a group of people, you have control over your government, who now has control over your land. So that is the best way again I'm trying to explain how this sovereignty
Can I
works.
add something there
Yes,
as well?
yes, please go ahead.
So sovereignty, in my own understanding, and when
Mhm.
we're talking about sovereignty,
Please.
sovereignty from the higher level is our birthright.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Thank you. Birthright.
to be on the land.
Yes.
Freedom to own a land, and to freedom to a proper home. I mean, to have basic amenities such as home, food,
Yeah.
land,
Mhm.
to own your own land. So that is the sovereignty from the higher perspective,
Yeah.
from our creator. That's why the land, if you ask today who owns the land,
Mm-hmm.
who owns the land, who gave people the access to the land? No one, because that land was given by, this is our sovereign creator. This
Exactly.
is our sovereign birthright that was given as we came here on the planet. But then, due to unscrupulous behaviors and corruption, people are claiming land to be their own.
Exactly.
Otherwise, anyone can go to any part of the earth if we are following the natural order. If we are following the true sovereign,
Indeed.
sovereign power,
Yeah.
we can go to any part of the planet to get our abode, to build our house,
Yes.
to
Yeah.
be anything, to have a settlement there. But because of this corrupt system that we have, all of that is skewed. So as a sovereign person, you're free to have all of that. No man,
Yeah.
woman should be without shelter, should be without food, should be without, clean living water, shelter, security, all of those things. And then we have sovereignty on the practical level, sovereignty on the what freedom means, our birthright.
Exactly.
And we can see right there, sovereignty is referring to the mass of land
Indeed.
on the planet. So
Mm.
that's the first thing is the land, because without the land, you cannot build your house, you cannot have a living abode, you can't have water, you can't plant food, you can't. There's no land to plant agriculture. So
Yeah.
when we look at that from that bigger perspective, the land is the canvas
It is.
of sovereignty
Mm.
and free movement without hindrance.
Indeed.
Freedom of movement
Mhm.
without hindrance.
Hindrance.
And freedom of speech.
Yes. Thank you.
Empowered to be
Empower.
involved.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That sovereignty gives you the power to now be able to determine what happens on that land, which is why it is very powerful when we say sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives its powers and authority. So you have the power. The sovereignty gives you power and authority to be able to actually hold that government to account, because they are using that power and authority. They are borrowing it from you to use it to govern on your behalf. That gives you the right.
Yeah, exactly. When you look at the animals, we are the only one that pay to live on planet Earth.
Yes.
Animals roam free.
Free. Exactly.
We're the only one that pay to live.
Mm.
So animals are living their true,
Mm.
creator-given birthright.
Indeed. Indeed.
The animals show us the example
Yes.
of sovereignty
Yes.
as it's meant to be.
Yes.
I like the word power
Yes.
and input. So people know that they're not just there and they have no control, no input, no say so. Their voices don't matter.
No.
It's important to know that your
Yes.
opinion, your thoughts, your ideas matter.
Yes. It does. It really does. It does. Thank you.
But when you have freedom, you have the power. So this is the extension. This is the what do you call that? The by way of feeling freedom, you feel empowered. You feel powerful.
Indeed.
It's not power in the sense that it's not power in the political sense. It's power in the natural sense.
Indeed.
That you have the power because you are free. You are born free. We are born free. We walk on the land as natural sovereign, and therefore we have the power
Indeed.
to do. As long as there is no harm done to anyone, we have the power to the land, because this is our sovereign birthright from the Creator. The government did not come here inheriting any land.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Exactly.
They do not have the right to sell the land.
Yeah.
I forgot which one of the sections of the Constitution mentioned the sovereignty.
Yeah.
But
It's
as new people come in,
Yeah.
you might need to say it again.
exactly.
I know you probably get tired
Yeah.
of
No.
saying
No.
it over again.
I can never get tired of saying it. We need to hear it. For me, every time I say it, it sounds new. Sorry?
Which one was it with the sovereignty? Because the numbers have dropped.
I know. We're
So
gonna.
at one point there were 30-some
I know.
people in here.
I know.
But I'd like for them to hear it.
Yeah, okay.
To hear what the Constitution says.
Thank you.
Have a discussion about that.
Yes.
Portion, a brief discussion.
Okay. Thank you. So
What section was that mentioned the sovereignty?
14.2a. 14.2a. Section 14.2a of the Nigerian Constitution mentions the sovereignty, and it goes like this: sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. Now, we need to know that, because that is the first power that we, the people, have. It is a real power. It's not imaginary. It is something that you can use to begin to actually hold your governance to account. So I'll say it again. 14.2a. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority. Now, I'll say it in Yoruba again to make it easier, so that people can know that the object of what we're doing, or why we're saying this in English now, is to let us know it, and those who will translate, who will go and share, pass the message on in the village, will now say the same thing in local languages like Yoruba. And it will go like this. Abala kẹrin láìsẹ̀ kejì, a ó lọ báyìí. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tíjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí màá tún sọ. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tí ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. It is in simple, if the best way to explain that is that was just the Yoruba interpretation of the English sovereignty, the section 14.2c. And that is important for the local people to understand that, because they understand the word ashe ati agbára, and they can associate those words with themselves personally, individually as well as collectively. What that does is it empowers them. They see themselves in a new light. And with that new light, they can now go to the next part of it, which is section 14.2c. Because 14.2c goes on to say, the participation by the people, keep in mind the people are the sovereigns, the participation by the people in their government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. So I'll say that again. The participation by the people in their government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. Now, what that does is now telling you have that power. To make it effective, you must participate. And you can't participate because you are a sovereign. So in Yoruba, I will say it again. Abala kẹrin láìsẹ̀ kejì sí. Ìkópa àwọn ènìyàn nínú ìjọba wọn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú àwọn òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, ìkópa àwọn ènìyàn nínú ìjọba wọn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú àwọn òfin orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Now, what that does is, obviously I'm doing the direct translation from English to Yoruba. And again, because the people now know that they can participate in the governance because of the powers of sovereignty, ashe ati agbára, they can now kopa in the government, which means participate. And how to participate now is this. You can call town hall meetings. As a sovereign, you demand for your politicians, local government chairman, state house of assembly members, house of reps, senators, governors. I'll say that again slowly. Local government chairman, state house of assembly members, house of reps, senators, and governors. Those 5 politicians, you have the power to write them directly, request, demand that they compulsorily attend your meeting because they are serving you, the citizens, the sovereigns. You write a letter demanding the attendance at the meeting at the time, at the place, at the location. And they must attend. And once they attend, you now participate in your governance, because in participating, you're now monitoring their actions. That has been missing in the process in not only Nigeria, in the process across the whole of Africa. Our people, we the people, have not monitored our own governance, and that is the key role. In Europe here, anybody, if for example, if a local councillor gets any letter, or MP gets any letter from any member of the community, they so quickly respond. They don't play with it, because they know if it's ignored, they can be in serious trouble. If they don't reply back, if they don't answer back, if they just ignore it, they can be called to account and explain themselves at the House of Parliament. That is that serious. So that is what we need to be doing in our communities. We want to share to spread that knowledge. And importantly, please, the section 14.2a and 14.2c must be taught to children from 4 years old. I kid you not, I'm not laughing. We need to teach from 4 years old. So a 4-year-old in Yoruba land should know these words I'm about to say. Apá kẹrìnlá ẹsẹ̀ kejì a. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tí ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. We need to teach them. And kids are sponges. They take up information when you share with them. But this is empowering information that we're sharing with them. When they get to the age of 15 and 16, where they can begin to participate actively, consciously, that message, we've prepared them for using it in the future. That is why it is important we teach them that. And of course, we then teach them the second part of it, 14.2c. Ìkópa àwọn ènìyàn nínú ìjọba wọn gbọ́dọ̀ rí dájú ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú àwọn òfin orílẹ̀-èdè. So when you combine that, the kids will be saying it and they'll be saying, they won't understand from a 4-year-old, they won't fully understand it. 6-year-old, maybe. 7-year-old, maybe. But as they get older, as they get nearer to that teenager, it will start clicking. And then they become proactive themselves, taking action, because you are giving them the free will to make sure that they can now begin to participate in the governance, encouraging them, knowing that they have that power to now begin to influence the change within their community. This is about trying to make sure that your community has the infrastructure you need, like water, light, road, school, bridges, healthcare, safety, security, all of those things that should be happening in a functioning government, in a functioning community. All of those things. It requires us using those powers consistently. And I always say every month this must happen. What we'll be doing, we'll come back again. I'm going to be sending a note to my members here to be able to come up, and we're going to be having a meeting tomorrow, I think. No, Thursday. I'll send out the thing in the group so that we can further continue the discussions behind the scenes as to how we're going to come up with that, give you that document to begin to start practicing the plans and put into place the translation of the documentations constitution into local languages and taking action and looking for getting stakeholders involved. We actually need to take collective action. Those of you watching us, you can take action. You can join us. You can share this message. You can give gifts. We welcome your support. You can subscribe to us. You can, please gift everybody who was on the platform because we're spending time and money discussing what is going to be a collective benefit. And by doing this, you actually enable us to focus on fully how we can actually get this on the ground and make our people have positive change to bring to life the infrastructure that they desire within their communities. Rightfully so. This is what we're bringing forward, and I hope the explanation has been is in depth. And of course, we will never tire speaking of those constitutions, those key constitutions. Of course, there are other sections of the constitution, like section 69, that talks about the right of the citizens to recall their representatives where they feel that they have failed to meet their needs. They fail to provide for them. But if you don't know it in your language, you can't use it. If you don't know it in your language, you will not be able to call your community together to use it to remove somebody that's clearly not working on your behalf. And that is what is happening. So we are trying to encourage that knowledge and make people know that it is their right. It is a right that they can use as a sovereign to actually get what they need to make their communities functioning. So there are other areas I will be touching on. You saw we talked about 16.2c. 16.2c talks about what the state should be providing. Your welfare, minimum wage. As we speak right now in Nigeria, the government is refusing to pay a minimum wage of, I think, 62,000, over 100,000 naira. But yet, they're telling them people to live on something like 62,000 naira when the bag of rice is 55,000 naira. It is not realistic. But by participating in the process collectively, the government would already know, because we'll be telling the senators, we'll be telling the House of Reps, we'll be telling the local government chairman, we'll be telling the state of assembly member to go to that house and make sure that they pass laws to make sure that the minimum wage should be nothing less than 150,000 naira per person, because of the rate of inflation impacting the money we hold in our hands. So that's just an example of why your participation is so important. You can begin to influence the policies of the government. You can stop the government from spending 90 billion naira on sending people to Hajj, because you know for a fact that section 10 states that the federal government of Nigeria or a state shall not adopt any religion as state religion. This is again, this is what you will know in your local language, to make sure that you can control and remind those in government that they're serving you, and put them in order, in the right direction, and more importantly, they become accountable to you, because your government is meant to be accountable to you, the people. And this is what we are trying to teach. So please, we urge you, subscribe to us, follow us, share the broadcast, donate. We'll be giving you the cash app. I shared it earlier on. I'm going to try and share it again before I go. And I'm going to try and find a way to pin it. Every time I try and pin it, it seems to be dancing. So we have cash app, PayPal, but we want to come up more. And we want you to be part of this process, because we need to change Africa. Now it's no longer about talking, it's about collective action. We'll probably be winding down from here, but let me hear from Lady Linda, and then problem solving, and then we can probably begin to wrap it up. Oh, DJ Kamzi wanted to talk. Let me see if let's hear from DJ Kamzi, and then we can. Hello, DJ Kamzi, welcome aboard. Let's hear from you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah, thanks so much for the insights. Yeah.
Thank you.
I really appreciate the concept of what you're actually talking about, because which is very true. You know, if you understand your government in your dialect,
Mm-hmm.
it is very true. So it will be very, very difficult, for you to be, to be lied to, because you actually know what is inside that book. And the only reason why we have these corrupt leaders, they get away with a lot of deceiving, especially our mothers that are in the market, the market women. We know that those are the first places they go to when the campaign starts for election. You understand? They'll go there, they will lie to them, they will speak English, but the reality of it, 90% of them does not even understand it. So so that's where the problem comes from. So if they don't even understand it, they will translate to them in a very wrong way.
There you go. There you go.
So if they understand it, their dialect, they will actually, like, come on. And this is the problem I have with the issue of Nigeria. You understand? I believe in a separate thing, like everyone should stay on their own way, but yeah, as a Yoruba nation, you understand. But it seems it's going a long way to go. But the one they started with the regional government, which is a good thing, as well. So maybe when we start that regional government, we translate all those things. Though I'm not in favor of that constitution, because that constitution,
It has to be redrawn. It has to be done. We have to rewrite the constitution.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I agree with you. The only thing I will say is this: we have to first get the people to start knowing what is in it. Because when the people know the constitution, they themselves will be coming up with saying, "No, we want to make a change." Now you are participating.
Exactly. But another problem we're going to have is that, how do we get this party that will have that? Because I live in UK as well. The people that contribute towards parties are not billionaires. I'm part of Labour Party. You understand? You contribute £1. You understand? £2.
Yeah.
Which is reasonable. Everybody can contribute. So maybe if we start having the kind of concept of that in Nigeria as well, like, you can contribute. Okay, if you maybe from there, because the way Nigeria does their own is that once that campaign just starts, you see the likes of all these thieves that have embezzled billions of naira, and they bring that money out and start plundering the money, deceiving the people, and they know there's suffering in the land. So they take advantage of that every year. So how can we engage? Because I believe APC and PDP, they are not going to take us anywhere.
No.
Because they are not party for the people anyway. Because people are not contributing into it anyway. There's no passion. There's no. So anytime when the election comes, even though these are our parents we are talking, our mothers that we are talking in the market, they're always waiting for that opportunity. Say, Ojo Igboti Bereni, you understand? Sorry, my Yoruba.
No. I understand. You're saying that is the vote started? Oh, well, how much are they going to give us? Because they've got a warped idea of.
Money, because this is the way these people have been deceiving our people every time. So we need to change that status quo. Or I believe in a new party, but I'm not sure is that new party
we
How
don't.
do we get our own people into that power?
Okay.
That's the point, because this thing we want to say, how do we get our own people in that power? Are we still going to follow all these APC and PDP? Because
I
we don't know.
Let me step in. Let me step in there.
Yeah,
right
go
there,
ahead.
because they need a mindset. You need a mindset change. Because without a mindset change, how do you form a new independent party that is for the people? Number one. Okay, so you don't want any independent party to come up again and start reading a different rhetoric, but all these in a different, in a new,
Format.
under a new package. You know, people need to understand whoever is forming this party will constitute people like yourself, like citizens AY, who are, enlightened about the decades of suffering of the people, who understand it from Africans' own perspective, not reading. I mean, the Pan-Africanist community were meant to be doing something like this, but quite frankly, I don't really know, what they are doing right now. Okay, so this is what we need to have a new mindset on. Understand Africans' problem from the perspective of the grassroots. To even start to form a new party, to know the issue that has historically affected and affecting the people's mind.
Exactly. So
So this is where we need to come from. This is where that new party needs to come from. Otherwise, I'm sorry, it's just really
the same thing.
Same thing
Over again.
packaged in a new party.
Let me give you an example like Sowore, like that. Sowore is somebody that I like. I like his ideas and everything. Maybe the way he started with Revolution now, probably those are one of the things the present government used against him, that he wants to destroy, he wants to topple the government, maybe. And they use that to scare a lot of youth. And again is that Sowore is a very good concept, which is very, very good. But the problem we have with our youth as well, that a lot of them are not even educated enough to believe that they can be that change. We know it's quite very difficult. Europe and America is different. Election in Nigeria is totally different thing.
Yeah.
The people, they will scare you with death as well. You understand? So this limits a lot of people. Like they will say, no, I don't want to be in trouble. That government, they'll just throw us in jail, and there's nobody to save them. So those are one of the reasons why this APC and PDP government. But as you said, that is a very good step in a good step in direction.
In the right direction.
Because if we translate, I think it's a good thing. If we translate from our local language
Yes.
and start putting to our people, do they actually read?
Well, you know what, my brother, they do read, and the fact that you're speaking the language will make them, because when you go to the market, you will buy the food. So when you go to the market, you could say this. For example, when you go home on holiday, you could say this in the market. Okay. Màá fẹ́ kẹ́ ha abala kẹ́yìn láti kejì sí sórí sórí ó lọ báyìí. Ìjọba jẹ́ ti àwọn ènìyàn Nàìjíríà láti ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tí ìjọba nípasẹ̀ òfin orílẹ̀-èdè ń gba gbogbo agbára àti àṣẹ rẹ̀. Agbára tẹ́ni nìyẹn o, mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ o, àmọ́ ẹ ti mọ̀. So when they hear that, they now connect that to themselves, and that is, it's like you're literally switching them on. Whereas when they hear the stuff in English, it has no connection whatsoever to who they are. They don't speak English. Oh, it's the government's decision. So, and that is what it removes the people from the process. And that is what has been happening. And those who have put the process in place need the people to be removed from the process to carry out the exploitation. By doing this, we reattach the people into the process. They now start dictating what goes on. So it's exactly.
It's quite pathetic.
It is. It should be in all languages. Yeah. And it should be taught from age of 4. Yeah. So and in our education, in China, for example, they have keyboards in Chinese. Why don't we have keyboards in Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa? Why don't we? That's where I'm going. That's what I would like us to do. I would like us to have keyboard in our local languages. because you can teach biology, physics, chemistry, and mathematics in Yoruba, all of it. You can teach it in our language. And this is what we need to build. So, but to get to that place where we can have all this keyboard and all these ideas out there, the people have to be on message to receive the message and begin to use the powers in their language, because it gives them confidence to step forward in their language. Anybody coming to our land should learn our language, and we can we can actually create generate economies and revenues through tourism in our areas, because you can actually now what you will have people who will translate us, you will have places where people go and learn, you will have people who will teach Yoruba. You know, you are creating a lot of jobs by speaking your language, because in your country people will have to learn, people will have to come into the country to learn, and when they come, that's income into your country, and you're providing jobs that way. These are really, these are really practical things that we're talking about. So we're not just here just saying, somebody will come and help us. You and I, we are part of the job, and I'm really glad you connected today, Dr. Kamsi.
I know
DJ
a
Kamsi.
guy that lives in Houston, America.
Mhm.
This guy, he teaches Yoruba, chemistry, biology, and whatnot. I can't remember, but chemistry and biology, he teaches in Yoruba language. I mean, like,
There you go. There you go.
so
Do you have it? Do you have his number? Can you get him? Can you get in touch with him and let's? Because I like to bring him on here.
yeah.
Please,
Don't worry.
please, and inbox me your number. I want you to be
I spoke to him.
fantastic,
I will.
because we need.
Yeah. So this guy, I've asked him before that. Why don't you go to Nigeria? Have you spoken to Nigeria government? When he told me the story, he went to Nigeria government that he wasn't pleased the way, like they discouraged that. I love that call you about chemistry. And like he was like seriously, you understand? So these are one of the obstacles we are talking about. The government is not even welcoming, even though you have this idea, you speak to them. It's so sad.
But what
honestly.
what we should be doing right now, my brother, I want you to know that you have solutions, because right now, as I was talking about the keyboard, guess what? And I talk about keyboard and doing it in Yoruba language and everything. Guess what? You came up with, you have somebody that you know of. That is solution right there. So our thinking has got to change into solving our problems. Not problems that will always be there. We could spend 5 hours talk about we can spend 20 years talking about problems. But when we start talking about solutions, those problems dissolve very quickly. And I'm hoping that by doing what we're doing here, having discussions about practical solutions to our problems, connecting the constitution into it, making sure people understand how they can use those powers, we can change we can literally turn things around in our community within 5 to 10 years. But it has to be commitment from all of us. So DJ Kamsi, I'm really grateful for your contribution. Please get in touch with me. I need to speak to that your friend who speaks who knows how to teaches in chemistry and I think you said chemistry and let me see. What was it again? Chemistry and physics, I think you said. So I'm writing that down. Please do get in touch. I will get in touch behind the scenes as well, because I need to meet this friend of yours. We have to. We have to take collective action. Honestly, I'm really keen.
Yeah, I will. It's been a while. It's been a while I spoke to him.
But yeah, just get in touch. Let him, tell him
Send him a message.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah. So
Are you a real DJ?
Huh?
are you? He's of course he's a DJ.
Yeah, I'm also a DJ as well.
Yeah.
Very good, because we need a DJ.
Yes, we will do. I mean, we will do. In fact, yes. You know what? I'll talk to you afterwards behind the scenes. Yeah, we got one or two things we're trying to do. So again, yeah, you all your talents, all your skills is necessary in this struggle. Every talent is needed in the struggle to empower people in our local language. We'll be using music and everything else as well to get the message out there, so that people can feel comfortable to speak. You speak about their constitution in their own language. We want it to be something like you're wearing, like I'm wearing this clothes. I'm happy because I'm a Yoruba man. I'm wearing it with pride. The same way I'll speak about my constitution in my Yoruba language. Same thing. So we're trying to build that in there. Parties, scatter. Spice. Yeah. I guess I guess we're probably going to be rounding up now. We've been here for some time. I'm going to have a little bit of a break. But I'm going to come back later. But please do keep an eye out. All of us, we have a role to play in this struggle. We need to educate our people on ground about their rights in their language. Of that, I am certain, and many of us on this platform, and as I've since been finding out, a lot of people they recognize that as a strength that we can use to really change our environment to a positive one, to one where we have infrastructures like water, light, road, schools, bridges, healthcare, safety, security, all of those things. But it requires consistently reminding our people you need to be monitoring your government on a monthly basis, using the powers within the constitution, particularly, critically, in your language. Like DJ Kamte said, when we use our local language, there is nowhere for them to hide. Let me say that again slowly. When we use our local language to monitor our governance, they have nowhere to hide. And that is powerful. That is very powerful. So we can use that. So I guess I'm going to just pause for a few minutes. Vanna, you wanted to say something. I'll let you, say a few words, and I'll problem solving, and then Linda, and maybe one more person. Then we can then begin to wrap up. Thank you very much. Let's hear from you, Vanna.
Fantastic, fantastic ideas, and yeah, it's moving.
Yes.
And just say that, the problems we don't even want to talk about them, because you can't do nothing phenomenal without having some friction.
That's it. That's it.
We already know that we're going through the all blockades
Yes.
because we have everything we need on our side.
That's correct.
We have everything we need to finish the mission.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we're doing the mission. We're working on it.
That's it. That's
Step
it.
by step.
That's it.
And it might seem slow to some people, but it's actually, if you really think about it, in the time that you start saying it,
Yeah.
it has really grown.
Yeah. True. True. That is true. That is true. That's true.
But we're moving.
Yeah.
But everything, everybody that contributed here, I thank you, because it was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful session.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are just, the next step now is we want more people now to be prepared, because we will need stakeholders on ground with that information in their hand and going into communities, translating and helping, and then they can actually be a form of a payment for the youth, for the youngsters, for the youth as well. That can create employment for them. So we need donations, like you said. We need donations.
They have to, excuse me.
Yes, go ahead.
No, they have to be paid. The people that's going to bring this to the people,
Yeah,
they have to be sponsored. We have to sponsor
that's
them.
correct.
We can't have them like that empty-handed.
Exactly.
There has to be set up like a system, a real system.
That's
Like
it.
you see how many people in the village.
Yeah.
What are their needs?
Yeah.
That we can immediately have give them something, some food.
Exactly.
That is the main need of them. And they have to have, so we have to have a group of young people on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Know how to communicate what we want done and what is best for them.
Indeed.
So once we get people that we can rely on,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
then we can start going into action.
That's correct.
Just gathering money now and funds that we can have enough that we can get them moving.
That's correct. That's correct. We are conscious. We are conscious of starting up now and really, pushing on. So we need everybody on board. We need everybody on board. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vanna. Let's hear from problem solving. If you're able to join, say a few words before we wrap up. Thank you.
I just want to say a big thank you so much, brother who has started this. Thank you, brother Citizens AY. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And to you, beautiful people that we've met on this journey.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, this life blows up every day.
Thank you. Thank you.
So many information coming out, and we need it. We need it. We need it. We've talked about the problems, and I think, as our brother has said, when you talk about the problem, when you start talking about solution, you find out that the problems dissolve.
Yeah.
The problems dissolve. So let's focus on solution, less on giving energy to the problems. Of course, we can talk
Yeah,
area,
yeah, yeah.
Peace Africa.
Yes,
So on, he is doing similar projects,
that's
and I
correct.
quite like that guy to speak to him.
Yeah.
To speak to him on one of our meetings, and I can't wait to share ideas.
Yes, yes,
To share ideas on how to progress that. So
indeed.
yeah, let's keep taking action. We are doing the doings. We are on way. Yes,
Yeah.
seizing problems,
Mm.
challenges.
Challenges,
We
yeah.
are surmounting them as we go along.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone.
Thank
I
you. Thank
appreciate
you.
you all.
Thank you so
For
much.
this,
Thank you.
marvelous project.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Before, let's hear from Vanna. So go ahead. Okay.
I'm almost finished because limited time now. I just want to say you have to keep your donation running.
Yes.
Just keep it running.
I will do. I would.
Donate, please.
So what I'm going to do, let me just quickly, before we go too far, let me just put the cash app on there for a few minutes, and then I'll keep talking, and I'll just do something in the background here. Let me see if I can get that back up. Where is it? If I can find it.
Okay.
Copy. Okay. Give me a second. I'll be there in a minute. Select. Okay.
He's just getting the cash app detail. Maybe.
Yeah. I am.
It's on pause. DJ Kemsey, you're welcome, brother.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm back now. Okay. So thank you very much, DJ Kamsi. We need to be, we've been taught. So now I'm gonna, there we go. So I've got the cash app there. It won't let me pin it for some reason, but I'll sort that out later on. So that's the cash app there. So you can take a screenshot and share it and help us. We need to start this process. We need funding to teach as many people how to do this, because you need to understand what you're talking about and to translate it to them in the local language. We need you to have that clear knowledge so that you can impact the right knowledge. Don't add anything extra. We want it exactly as it is in that book, very much as said by Africa Home, Peace Africa Home. And it is important we get the clear, coherent message. And if you're doing that, if you keep doing that, what will happen is that it will, what's the word? People will understand the message first time and be able to to pass it on to the next person. So we need this support from you all. Let us begin to take collective action. There is a solution. We must be willing to join hands, translate the constitution into our local languages, share it in all our communities to empower our people, and then we all collectively benefit in terms of you'll get things like roads, water, lights, school, bridges. That is what the work we are doing now will translate into. So there is a benefit to what we are doing, a collective benefit. I reiterate that. Thank you once again.
Brother, where's the cash app?
I put it. Yeah, I didn't pin it, but I shared it on. If you look on the comment section, you will see it. I've just put it there. I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
It's not letting me pin it up for some reason, and I don't know why that's happening. Because before I was able to pin, but when I tried to pin, it said try again, and when I've tried to pin it, it just didn't let me. I'll go on it. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's not letting me pin a comment up. Let me check something. Right quick. I'm here. I'm just gonna see if I can pin a statement. Settings. Can I pin anything? No, it's not letting me. It's not letting me do that. But I've shared it again. So thank you very much, everybody. Let me just let's hear from Linda, and then we close off. Thank you, Linda. Over to you, Miss Linda. You there? Oh, I hope she's. Yeah, I know she's. Miss Linda, are you there? She may have just popped off for a little bit or something. Linda, can you hear me? Let me see. Linda, she may be away. Okay, I wanted her to give her, because she's been, I wanted to give her opportunity to really sort of to speak, but I don't think she's around. Linda. Oh.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'd like to. We are bringing it. We're bringing the show to a close now, and I want to thank you for moderating yourself and Verna May, and I wanted to hear your last your comments before we leave. Thank you so much for being part of it. Thank you. Go ahead.
The show frequently goes off topic, but I think today you covered several of bits of information regarding the Constitution, which is the main topic
That's
here.
correct. That's correct.
We broke down sovereignty
Mm-hmm.
and discussed that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I want to know if you know how to do the big box.
I don't know it yet. So I'm going to try and learn it. How do I do it? Well, we'll talk about it afterwards.
When the live ends, we
Yeah.
can communicate back and forth to kind of limit some of the time, when people want to do a monologue,
Okay.
and maybe set aside some time at the end for people to talk about whatever they want to talk about.
Okay.
But
Okay.
to get this thing going, to stay on topic about the Constitution. I think today you did a fantastic job of that.
Thank you.
We
Thank you.
talked about 3 or 4 different sections of the Constitution.
Yes. Yes.
And also the other things, the moderator duties about sharing the live.
That's correct.
Well, I know I shared the live
Yes.
a bit.
Yes.
But I need a couple of minutes periodically throughout
Yeah.
the show.
Yes.
To just make that announcement.
Yes.
To keep the numbers up, because we're down to 11 right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm glad that the likes got up to 4K at least.
Exactly.
So that's an improvement.
Yeah, exactly.
It continues to improve.
Mm.
I'm making the announcement for everyone to follow each other.
Yeah.
So that we can share the live, we can come in and bring in more people. But I'll call you when this is over.
Yes.
But I think today was fantastic for getting information about the Constitution
Thank
out.
you. Thank
Because day one, it was just one section.
Yes.
Today, we talked about 3 sections.
Yes.
3,
Exactly.
maybe 4.
Exactly. So we're just building it up slowly. Build it up.
Along. However, when people are in the panel and they do likes, then it kind of suppresses the live.
Yeah.
So you'll see the numbers go down
Okay.
after that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
people in the box, in the panel.
Thank
should
you,
not be tapping.
Rose.
It's
Yeah.
the people in the chat
Yeah.
that should be tapping.
Thank you. Sorry, OT.
Job done today.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you OT for the rose. Thank you. Thank you for the. Yeah. So thank you very much. Listen, I'm DJ Kamsi. Please, I want to get in touch with you. I need to get that. We need to get your friend's number because we want to speak to him and yourself. Everybody on this live, please join us. Whatever country you are in, you have a role to play in enlightening Africans. We need all our constitutions translated into local languages. We can do this together. And our ancestors are with us. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. For now, I bid you a good afternoon. Back later on. Thank you and bye for now. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Okie dokie. Yeah, meet it down. Wow. Man. Bono. What I need to do is take that off. Connect this direct and it will change. I better be willing to talk to them. But I gotta go eat. Gotta go eat. Yeah, keep on. Don't just take it as for it. I'm gonna end so spice. Can you get number? Okay. Now, I'm going to send that to her. And BK. So I'll send you one thing. Sorry about that. Thank you very much for joining. I'm going to save this one. I wanted to change the date about that. Sorry, I was just listening to something else there. We're going to be in touch later on. Let me. I know I tend to focus on TikTok because that's where it's really going, and we're working on things a lot there. But this is the backup channel for Citizen AY, and I'm really grateful for those of you tuning in with us there. And we're keeping it live there just to keep things going. And I'll be back again on Citizen AY, the main platform, on Friday, I think, because I'm currently on a ban for a week. But I will be in touch. For now, I want to say thank you very much for your time. We will touch more on things. I might be covering the system of governance that we had in the days of our ancestors, just to let us know that we can do this ourselves. For now, I want to thank you all very much. You've been listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak to the power. Talk later on. Thank you. Bye.